what is your hatred for John Cena?
Yo, when Hulk Hogan takes a rock bottom better than you, there's a problem. There's a problem. My man. All right, so give me the camera.
One rock bottom.
Yo, no, it's more than that. Show, give me the camera. I got the fucking camera. Kenny, I'm gonna have to do it for you. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. He came out as a prototype. Whatever. You know, he slaps Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. I'm not into that. Whatever. He comes out as a rapper. I'm like, okay, all right, I can dig it. You know, he's from Boston, so that's a strike. You know, us New Yorkers, we don't fuck with Boston too much, but you know what? I'll look over that. He's doing his thing. Something original. Some I could, you know, there's something different. It's entertaining. Comes around, and my man has a choice between The Big Show, Kane, or Shawn Michaels. And he gives the most pussiest promo I've ever heard in my life. I will never forgive this. And he's on some, well, you know, I don't want to fight The Big Show because, you know, he's a huge guy. And, you know, you got the Big Red Machine who wants to fight him. And Shawn Michaels is a legend. Fuck that, bro. You already beat all these motherfuckers already.
Her return on SmackDown.
Okay.
So I definitely read some rumors about that.
Because for whatever reason, and I don't know Cody's reason, you turn around and go back, and people are gonna be, you destroyed thrones, and you go back? We have been doing this shit for ages, and he still doesn't know how to take it right. Trust me. That's it. Just, I got you. My man, he collapsed with the kick.
That's what I was. That's the way he didn't collapse during the sun. It was the kick.
He's not even in his fucking chair when he gets in this fucking thing. He's not even in his fucking chair.
Yeah, but he thinks, oh!
There he goes.
Both matches without the wrestlers were in the table.
And on that note, everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the ball with the bomb ball.
Everyone that's in here.
Welcome everybody, it's fucking Thursday night, and you know what that means? It's wrestling with fucking Nukkle HeDDs, and we got the one and only kick demon, Janai Kai in the building, and it's been months, it's been years, I feel like it's been decades we were trying to get you on this show, and it's all for these 6 questions. After the show, you people could turn this shit off, go to sleep, because we getting down to business right here, all right? There's no rules, I got the first 15 minutes. Okay. Number 1, I'm talking to the demon, the kick demon. Do you know the wushu finger hold?
Oh, Jesus.
We're so sorry.
I don't think I know that one. Maybe you can show me.
I mean, I am a Cam Fu master.
She wants an example now.
Listen,
oh, Lord.
This is how I know that she knows her business, because she's humble. A true master never shows off. I get it. I see you. I see you. Now, I've heard, because you know I got my ear in the streets. I've heard that when you was a kid, that your demon power was so strong you disintegrated 7 men at once with one kick. Is that true or false?
More like 10, not 7.
Okay. You know what?
Okay.
You know, that's all I'm saying. This isn't the place to be humble. We doing our thing for real. Now, was it true that when you was at 3 months old, priest sent you to a mountain cave to try to destroy the demon that possessed you, but only unleash their power?
Can you repeat that?
When you were 3 months old, priest had sent you to a mountain cave. Some people think it could be the Lopan, but They were trying to defeat the demon that possessed you when you was 3 months old, but they only released the power of the demon, and that's why you're the kick demon today.
Yes. How do you know that?
I told you I got my answers. I am a Kung Fu master myself, and I hear the legends, and I have to clarify. I am not only an investigative journalist, but I am a Kung Fu master. You saw the video. You see the
Yes, I
strength.
did.
Yes, you see the
Indeed.
strength right there. Now, he goes. This is a personal question for me. We officially met on my birthday, March 10th, at We Are Wrestling. There can only be one.
Mm-hmm.
We took a picture. You signed that picture right there for me, right? You was cool and everything. How come you just sat by while Jared Diaz stole my birthday? I thought we was tight.
Oh my God.
I
Leave
did
Jared
not
Diaz
understand
alone.
the situation. I did not understand what was going on at the time. So
he took you by surprise also.
he did. Do you want me to do something about that?
I would
Yes.
like for you to do just
Okay.
yes, that son of a bitch. I'm coming for you, Jared. I'm telling you, we're building a fucking army. He stole my birthday, son of a bitch.
Everyone that comes
Yes.
on the show, he tries to recruit them
Yes.
for the Let's Take Jerry Diaz Down army.
He
GoFundMe
hired
account. This is his
800
GoFundMe
people to
account.
sing happy birthday to him on my birthday. It wasn't even his
Damn.
birthday. 800 professional singers.
Tough.
All right. Two more questions.
I get it.
Yes, you see, it's personal. 2 more questions. One of them involved the little demon that's sitting next to Gigi.
Come on now.
The next show we met on, Women Crush Wednesday, you sat there and you watched while she whooped my ass for like a half hour, and you still did nothing. And I'm starting to think that you don't believe me as a true Kung Fu master.
I don't think you understand. She's my recruit.
I do. You see? Versus Jared, the rest of the community is trying to fucking destroy
I
me.
knew it. See, women stick together.
Come on, man.
And this is where you fucked up.
And the sixth question is that we're 2 Kung Fu masters of years. I got 100 years of knowledge in my brain. I don't look that old, but trust me. How come you hate me so much?
When did I say that? We're just crossing the wrong path. Man. We're crossing the wrong path. We're catching each other at wrong times. It's just not working out for us.
Every time I see you, something's happening to me. This morning was a horrible morning. A bird shit on my head. Literally, like it just plopped on my head, and I was like, you know what?
It's shiny.
Yes, I'm gonna. I took it as a sign to get the truth about the demon that's inside of you.
Right.
And I think we got it today. So everybody, that's it. It's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody.
Wow.
All right, do the 6-minute outro now.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry,
I'll
it's
just
another
say-
6 minutes long. It's okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's all I wanted. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Bad blood knows I'm just having a shitty day. No, but it's all right. The day just got a lot fucking better. So thank you. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm too excited, so I'll let these guys start off the real questions.
I think you did a fantastic job.
You did.
Right.
You did good up until the end. And that's where you fucked up. Try to get the kid.
Because I mean that's not a kid next to you.
That's a grown woman.
Yeah, word.
That's a grown woman.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, she actually had a question for you.
What's your favorite anime?
Anime. Oh man, so I haven't watched anime in forever, but my favorite in high school was Death Note.
Death Note.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
Death Note is a
favorite-
classic.
Uh-huh.
My favorite one is Demon Slayer.
Ooh, I heard that one was a good one. I want to check it out. Being the kick demon, I have to check it out. So.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And she's good.
Have
She was
you
like,
ever had-
question.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. She's like,
Yeah.
Now you know why they get along so well, because you see he did just 6 rapid questions and he was like, all right, I'm out of here. He just like walked away.
That's all
She
wanted
did
to know. That's
she
it.
did one
It's all
question,
good.
walks off. She's like, answer my question, all right, I'm out of here.
Yep.
Done. Walk off home run. That's it.
Oh man, I love
Don't
it.
be
So
shy now, guys. Listen, I can't be the only crazy one here.
No,
no.
I know
It was
Gigi has her set of questions.
All right.
No, I'm just gonna shoot one really quickly because I gotta figure out what's going on. I'm actually watching us on the TV that I have here, and I just see myself extremely glitchy, and it's bothering me. I'm having an OCD problem right now.
So would you like for me to go so she can talk and while you fix that?
Yeah, if you can, that would be dope.
Okay. Sorry. Hey, so Janai, I recently seen that you went to the UK. How was that?
Oh man, it was okay. So this was a last minute trip. I did not know I was going until last Monday, but yeah, I went over to London and I wrestled for Pro Wrestling Eve. It's an all women show up there. But I had 2 matches and they both went really well. Friday I wrestled Sky Smithson, and then Saturday I wrestled Emerson Jane.
Okay.
But the crowd and everything, like the environment was just great. I've been following this promotion for a few years now, and I just love it there. It's actually pretty diverse. It's a very diverse city too. It's kind of like how we are in the States in a sense. That's what it kind of reminded me of.
Okay. Will we be able to see this on a streaming service of any kind?
Yeah, they do have their own streaming service. What they usually do is they stream for free on YouTube for like the first half, and then the second half is going into like the paid streaming service.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. When are we gonna end up seeing you back over there?
I don't know. They have another show in July, but I am not planning to be there. I have other plans actually, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. Yeah, July is their next show. And then they have other big shows coming up after, but we'll see. I would love to go back to Eve. So
what are your summer plans? It's getting hot. A lot of promotions are starting to throw them out there. I know you said you have some plans that you can't talk about.
Yeah.
But do you have plans that you can talk about?
Ooh, I just heard an echo.
I know.
Yeah.
See,
Jared Diaz messes with me and Steve messes with you.
I felt like the MTA. You spent a lot of time in New York, so I know you definitely know the train system here.
Yeah, the train system here is the same way. Terrible, but yeah. So what was the question again?
I said, what plans do you have for the summer that you can't talk, even if it's not wrestling related?
Yeah, so that's hard because I don't have anything planned that's not wrestling related.
Oh, geez, listen, the same thing I'm gonna tell you, the same thing that I tell all the time. Okay, you got to treat yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
It can't always be work.
Yeah.
I agree. It's just been like one thing after the other, like attacking my calendar, where I'm like, okay, now let's see when I have time to do or go somewhere now. Okay, now I have to surround my personal schedule kind of in a way around the wrestling schedule. But from what I know for sure, I definitely want to go somewhere like the beach or something at some point in time.
Nice.
I definitely a massage is way overdue. Like I need a whole spa day or something. So that's kind of what I have in mind right now.
Okay. With the hot stones and all that other stuff.
Oh yes, everything, please. Oh my gosh.
I've never had a massage, but I've been to a chiropractor. Yeah, but the chiropractor was so small. Like I have a compressed spine, so he tried to crack my back, and he's just bouncing off of my fucking leg. So it was horrible for me. It felt weird. A grown man, trying to
I got the perfect solution for that. Janai, the next time you're in New York, we're gonna take him to the back. You just kick the shit out of him a couple of times, and that's it.
Okay, yeah.
Easy.
I can do that.
You pay her. Now check this out. You pay her. She takes that money, goes to the spa.
There you go. Fuck it. That's it.
It all works out.
Win-win.
There you go. Win-win. This is why you're on the show. Ken.
Do you recommend a spot in New York to go to for like a nice spa day?
Yeah, it's matter of fact, I do.
What, the Sandcastle?
No, hell no. I would never send her to the Sandcastle.
I don't know.
She'll leave with something.
I'm from the Bronx. We don't do shit like that. We find a wall and rub her back on the wall, and there goes a massage.
Oh my god! I sent my mom to the spa. I'm trying to remember.
Like a bear.
Hey, sometimes you have to just do that, and then you have to tell yourself you're good.
Word, that Find something to hang on for like 2 seconds. And
I have a
remember.
massage gun, and I just be doing that, just sitting there doing that. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm good.
I will
Yeah, right?
I will email you the spa that I sent my mom to. She had a really great time. They treated her really well there. You would definitely love it, and it's not really expensive either. So
okay.
Well, Kenny's rich, so to him, it's not too expensive. It's like a fucking week and a half paycheck for me. So.
I mean, because I've been to certain spa places where it's like a big building with different saunas and stuff, but like some are just not the perfect place yet. Like I need the perfect spot with like every single little thing.
This place is gonna give you drinks. They're gonna feed you. They put you in this room that like has like this soothing music with a TV of like the ocean. The rooms look like you went to a tropical island. It was dope. But like when I went to go pick her up, I was like, "This is where they kept you?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's wonderful." I was like, "Wow."
Did they have midgets to like walk on your back or something?
Jesus Christ!
Not the midgets,
right? Shit, they need jobs too. I don't understand why everybody gets so offended when I say this. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
You make it sound you're putting it in a bad way.
Yo, half the price.
Oh my god.
You know? Listen, none of the views from toe tags are represented by the Knucklehead Network. We have a disclaimer up. Hold on, let me get the disclaimer. Yeah, so I could pretty much say what I want.
It's not gonna work. No.
Thank God we got the disclaimer up there.
Yes, this is.
Oh my god.
But listen,
It's great. I can't hear a damn thing that's going on right now, and I'm just here fucking around with this goddamn camera, and I'm just trying to talk. I'm trying to talk about wrestling. And Steve just keep fucking with my goddamn fucking equipment here each and every week, and this is what I'm dealing with right now.
This is why we like to have fun, because
and they go show.
It's our friend's show.
Hey, he's old, and he doesn't stay on for that much longer, but he's funny as shit.
He delivers packages.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah.
I heard Janai Kai was here, so I had to stop delivering everybody's stuff.
No one is getting their packages the rest of the night.
That's it. Nobody was home. All 300 people were not home at the same time. So, Janai, when you go to travel to like Japan and Germany and all these places, do you go by yourself or do you have like a travel? How does that work? Because everybody tells me to travel and I don't like traveling by myself.
I mean, the airports are not that confusing, to be honest, when you're in a different country, because their signs are in English. I mean, especially like when you go to Europe, there's going to be English signs. Japan, there were some English signs, yes. I will say, though, I did get a little lost, like trying to find the carousel for the luggage, like to pick up the checked bag, but that was it. Because sometimes, they don't even tell you where the luggage is going to be at when you get off the plane. But like I had to go through customs and all of that and then get to my bag. So it was just very hectic in that sense. And then I had to go get my Wi-Fi box because you can get a Wi-Fi box to go around Tokyo and all that.
Oh, nice.
And so I had to pick that up too. I had to find a spot to pick that up. So that part was kind of like hectic, but other than that, it was okay.
Okay. Do you know any other languages or where you would have to be like me and be like, I want the fish?
No,
and you just speak louder thinking they understand you?
I mean, I don't raise my voice because like I don't need to raise my voice.
Yeah, you don't need the demon out.
Yeah. But once I say like, oh, sorry, English, like they're like, oh, like it's totally cool. Like they'll say whatever they know in English and then we're good. Or if we're completely stuck and I can't really understand them or they can't really understand me, I have like a translating app. And if anything, if there's things that I have to read that are only in Japanese, I'll use that translating app to take a picture and translate it because it has that feature too.
I wish I had that feature when I went to Paris because I got into an argument with the guy at the hotel because I felt like he was being an asshole.
That's just Paris. That's just French people.
So you was trying to translate the word asshole?
I wish I knew the word how to say asshole in French. I'm pretty sure. It to him.
I'm pretty sure he was in Paris and the guy's like, oh, and first like, what you said to me? And he's like, yo, bro, I just said welcome to the fucking hotel. Your room is over here.
It's a very I guess it's a very masculine language.
Yeah.
Is it
very aggressive
or romantic? No, it's masculine, right?
I
guess-
thought it
well,
was
they say
romantic.
it's
I thought it was romantic. Yeah,
Well,
I
listen,
thought it was romantic.
romance
The way he
is
came out
forced.
to me, like if I slept with his wife, the way he came out to me.
Right? Maybe he wanted you to.
I don't know. Maybe
you look like the guy that.
This is true.
He's a tall black guy. He just automatically assumed it was him.
Yo, I mean, I when I first met you, I had a question. I was like, wait a minute, I don't have a wife. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, he's a smooth. Don't let this guy fool you.
First time I met this man, he tells me, "Why am I so tall?"
For real, it's disrespectful to be that tall around me, even though I identify as 6'11".
Stop yourself.
Okay,
You identify as 6'11".
yes, me and Colossal Mike Law are the skyscrapers, and I don't want to hear shit. All right, we're the tallest tag team. I'm the tallest podcaster in New York. Some people say in the world, and then so that's what it is.
You're still in the right height
so hard not
potential for Janai to kick your fucking head in. All right, maybe she can knock
I'll vouch for him.
you.
She would have to soccer kick me to kick me in the head.
Listen,
okay.
If the kid's around,
I'll take out one knee and then PK
There
there.
you go. And then you'll get me in the chest.
Yes.
So Janai, let me ask you.
I have been known to stop bullets with my chest.
Bruh. Really?
Yo, you don't get this
Bruh.
shit. You don't get this shit by waiting for the bus. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Gigi. Look at how she looks at me. You see
I swear, why are you our friend sometimes? I don't even know how to get here. How do we get here?
my hair.
Let me ask you, what growing up and everything, who were your favorite wrestlers to kind of like look up to and everything?
So I actually just posted this on Twitter. I always liked Tajiri, Rob Van Dam, and then for the women's, I always loved watching Victoria.
Oh, she's a beast in the ring. Like, I feel like, and when the women's division was around during that time, we didn't really get a chance to appreciate them. And then when you see them kind of really putting that work outside of WWE, it's like, wow, this is what they were really about.
Yep. Yeah, I always loved her intensity, like the type of energy that she had when she walked out. Like, I really believed who she was in the ring.
Yeah, she definitely is. I don't want to say underrated, but not talked about, often enough when you talk about women's wrestling.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And then in TNA, she came out with that bike. It's like, that arena got to be like 60 feet by 60 feet. And you riding a motorcycle in there.
Hey, listen, Taker did it at some shows, so
right? Shit,
she said she could do it too.
Word. So we got a question in the chat. It goes, do you think it should have been Cody versus Edge for the world title? Edge never lost it, and Cody never won it. Or Cody versus Edge versus Finn. Thought on who you think it should have been, who should have won. I guess the new title?
Yes.
Oh, it could be the new title because Edge did say that he's going to go after something that he never lost. He did just say that recently. So it makes sense, but
yeah.
I'm still going with Seth Rollins.
Janai, who right now, like wrestling wise, are like you're following that you're like, I have to get in the ring with this person and make magic?
Man, I will say that, Hyon, she's like based in Texas.
Okay.
Hyon, me and Hyon always talk about wanting to wrestle each other because we had the same trainer, just that our trainer was based in Texas and then he moved over to Florida where I was training at and started training me. So we have the same trainer.
Oh.
And we kind of connected in that way. And then we were tag team partners at DPW against Jungle Kiona and Sumi Sakai. And like, we're always talking about how we should just have a singles at some point. But we're also the same age. It's like, it's just like, we're kind of like.
It's like the tail of the tape.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be equal to everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
We may have to bring that match to New York. Talk to Joe over at Battle Club Pro.
We'll sponsor that.
We will definitely sponsor this. And
I know Hyon did Battle Club, so
There you go. That's it. Shit, we mark it fucking down in the book.
Exactly.
Manny, write it down somewhere in the book and let's get it done. Welcome to the show anyway. I think this is the first time viewer.
Yeah,
Janai Kai's bringing in the first time viewers here. So, congratulations to y'all.
I gotta ask you, what was like so far, like in your wrestling career, what has been like your favorite moment that you had thus far?
Probably when I went to Japan, because that's like my number one goal is Japan, and so I couldn't even believe that I was going until I landed there, because I just felt like it wasn't like taking too long to get there, but it was just like, that is my dream. And sometimes you can't really see your dream, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't really see it until it's like right in front of you. So it's kind of like the feeling that I had. So once it happened, I was like, yes, like, and I want to keep going back and really make a name over there. So that's like another goal, really.
How was it wrestling there?
It was better than I can even imagine. Like I always imagined it, but it was like, like I definitely felt like a professional wrestler there, because when you go there, like they definitely have this other type of respect towards you.
Right.
Like they really treat you as if you are somebody in a way.
And,
like they definitely take care of you and everything, making sure that you have everything that you need, and just everything how everything is laid out during show day is so organized for you. And even with the merch, like they ask for your merch before the show. Like, can we have your merch? We'll set it up. And then after the show, when we call your name, we'll have a line ready for you. Like for the people that already bought your merch, you just need to sign it and take a picture.
Wow.
Yeah, that's dope.
And it's crazy because I did hear that when you regardless if like you're a pro wrestler or you play like a different sport like basketball or like baseball and stuff like that, like they treat you like a rock star. Like and that's why a lot of people definitely go overseas to do things, because they treat you way better than they treat you in the States.
I don't want to say that, but
I'll say, don't worry about it. I'll say it for you. Listen.
And he's like,
I will take the heat for you and say that here in the United States, a lot of fans treat talent like shit. I'm sorry, it's true. I mean,
you run into certain people.
You turn into you meet a lot of weirdos. Let's put it like that.
We got your back. You can say whatever the hell you want, and if it's gonna get somebody beat up, we'll beat up show. We'll get show to get beat up.
When all else fails, we blame it on show.
Word.
Absolutely.
I'm down to take a power bomb.
See,
I'm trying to get him through a table.
Listen, and people think that we're doing this just to be mean, but he actually wants to get power bombed through a table.
Yeah, he does. We're just here to kind of help him with his dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has never taken a bump in his life. He's never taken a class.
He's never been on time.
Nope.
But he wants to take a bump.
Come on, man. All the things that you need to be doing.
It's so bad. Like, the last show we went to was at Invictus, right? In Bloom. And he legit showed up right in time for the main event.
He missed everything.
Everything.
We sponsored the ladder match, and he missed the ladder match.
You missed the whole ladder match, man. Come on.
No, but he made it for the match that I sponsored, so I'm okay.
I got your back, Gigi.
I appreciate it, But bro, do your job and show up on time.
Word.
I can, bro. Everybody's ordering shit. I gotta deliver these boxes. I want to see Janai Kai. I don't want to be here with these boxes. I want to leave this truck here.
Then leave the fucking truck there. It's UPS.
But hold on.
It's not the post office.
Is there any Nike boxes in there? Because we made all of us made
we're looking for particular sizes now.
Janai, what size are you in sneakers? We got you right now.
A 9. If you got a 9,
he's a 9. See, look at that. 9 women's. Make
black and yellow. I got you.
Black and yellow. You already know.
There you go. So Janai, can I ask you a question that might come out stupid, but it's a genuine question?
We're already past that.
Well, no, I mean, but like, because I don't know how to explain it, but maybe when it comes out, it makes sense. So I'm new to the independent wrestling scene, right? So I didn't know how to cheer for people because I don't know who's bad guy, who's good guy, or what. But I'm starting to come in my own with the cheering just because I'm getting to know you guys at every event, so I'm just cheering for whatever. But I've noticed like sometimes during the women's match is quieter, and I sometimes don't feel comfortable saying the shit that I say to the guys to the women there. And like, is there something that like am I fucked up for feeling that way, or is it just like?
I will say there's certain chants that are a pet peeve of mine when it comes to women's matches, but what chants in particular are you talking about, or that you're not comfortable saying?
Knock his fucking teeth out. Like that?
No, well, like
dude, that's fine.
No, but like I like to talk a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So when Matt was wrestling and the dude sat down, I was like, you don't fucking sit on the people, you know, and like since I know Matt, I just take liberties and just fucking yell shit. But I don't want to.
He goes off the fly.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying until it comes out my mouth. So and it's not like I'm disrespectful. It's just I have a lot of respect for women, and it's like I know you're performers. I just don't want to be the guy that someone turns around and goes, nigga, really?
Yeah,
you know
he basically what he's trying to say is he wants to know what's something that's offensive to you that somebody would chant that will make you want to turn around, stop kicking your opponent, and want to kick them in the face.
Yeah,
pretty much.
If anyone says anything around the lines that has to do with how we look physically, then that's crossing the line.
Yeah.
There's like I have like different pet peeves maybe from other people when it comes to chants. Like when people chant women's wrestling, that's a pet peeve of mine. Only because of the woman's part.
Yeah.
It's like, because we're already trying to erase that. We're trying to we're not trying to separate ourselves like that anymore, being women. Like, yes, obviously we are a woman, but we're wrestlers. So when people yell women's wrestling, I don't like, it's just a thing that I'm like, all right, can you just chant this is wrestling like you do with the guys? No, you have to chant women's wrestling. Like,
you have to put the like gender in front of it. And it's like, you don't have to, because at this point, you have been in the ring with some of the best, including Speedball Bailey. And like, y'all two just tore the house down and kicked the hell out of each other. And I'm like, no, she's going to win. I remember I was like, yeah, the hell with you, dirty heels.
No, yeah, like.
But the fact that you can stand up and go along with the best of the men that's out there, there's no reason for us to chant wrestling. There was an era that we had women's wrestling because there wasn't really a lot of women's wrestling, and it made sense then. But I get it when we're like kind of continuing moving forward.
Because you're a wrestler.
Yeah.
Point blank,
exactly.
You're a wrestler.
Another thing that's like a pet peeve is like when someone yells. Because it's not necessarily my gimmick, but I get it. Like people are yelling Mortal Kombat or sweep the leg. Like just, I was like, okay. Like I'll just like look over real quick sometimes, and I look at the person that just yells it, and I can tell they're a casual or they're just there to drink or something.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, it's whatever. But it's just like, why? Like I'm a little bit more serious. I'm not a corny martial artist. I will say that.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to not be a corny martial arts gimmick, because I've seen that happen too many times where it's just not, for some reason for me, it's just not organic to see that. Like you're not being a genuine martial artist in that way. But if you want to be, like, kind of create it in your own way, don't be so corny, like Karate Kid, like Cobra Kai, corny, you know? Yeah. So like every time I hear
the
that,
robes and the belts and the walk and all that other shit,
yeah. So I'm like, no, that's not me. Like you got the wrong idea, but I get it. Like I look over at them, I'm like, okay, there's just like a casual like guy that just wants to drink or whatever.
My son was like that. He saw you, was it Women's Crush Wednesday when you was there, and he was when you came out, he was, I know he heard your name, and he was like, is she a part of Cobra Kai? And I was like, no. I was like, just sit there and watch. My oldest was too busy talking shit to people. The little one stopped what he was doing and watched the match and was just like, I like her.
Oh.
He's sleeping right now. I would have told him to come and say hi.
Oh.
No, but you do have a very like original thing. Like even your facial expressions, it's like it's so unique that when you come, like when I watch your stuff on YouTube, you come out with your facial expression. You got the look. It's just like, okay, now I know why they call it kick demon.
And then with your
kind of
mouth
like
guard,
look possessed
adds
out
a
there.
little bit more character on top of that with you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're wearing mouth guard for obviously reasons to protect it, but for you to have like this gritty,
to make it into something
I will
else.
fucking kick your head in type shit, and you just put this whole, like, you can tell like, oh shit,
yeah.
She may look a little small, but quick.
Word. And the fact that you can throw more than one style of kick is amazing. Because most people they throw the one side kick and that's it. They're the karate experts.
Yeah.
You know,
or like a cute roundhouse, but
you know.
that's it.
Yeah. And you studied Taekwondo when you were younger, right?
Yeah, Taekwondo for 7 years, got my black belt in that, and then I went over to Muay Thai and kickboxing.
Do you prefer Muay Thai and kickboxing over Taekwondo, or is it just different techniques for you?
Honestly, I prefer Muay Thai and kickboxing because there's just more to play with when you're fighting that style. For Taekwondo, there's more rules, I feel like. Like when I was competing in Taekwondo, there was just a lot more rules to keep in mind rather than like Muay Thai, you can use elbows and knees now on top of like the kicks and the punches. So that's kind of like why I like it. It also made my footwork a lot better. So that's why I moved the way that I move in the ring, because that's like literally how I was taught to move in kickboxing. Like more of a wide stance.
Yes.
Nobody better shoot on you. Nobody better shoot on you in that ring.
Imagine that.
Hey man, let's go! I love shoot style. Let's do it.
Oh my god! But you hear this. You hear the sounds of her kicks. So imagine if somebody does something off and she gets pissed.
Yo, I feel her kicks. Women's Crush Wednesday, my shoulder's still a little sore. I didn't even get kicked. I was just I was the one screaming "Toma" every time you kick somebody. So all right. Going back to the cheering thing.
Yeah, no, we definitely did. We were like, I don't know. I think I even told you. It was like, I may feel all the kicks you took and the ones that you gave, and my whole body hurts now. I'm gonna go ice it up. No,
exhausting to see you kick people because you feel it. But so, all right, let me ask you a question. If you threw like a hard kick to somebody and I was like, "Go ahead, shorty," it was like just a thing like that. Is that like a pet peeve? Because I'm not calling the dude shorty.
Why she gotta be a shorty though?
Bro, I mean,
I'm
from the Bronx. But you see that. But that's the thing. I'm like that's how we spoke in the Bronx. That's Bronx, that's Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'll
everything
ignore it because like whatever. And again, I'll probably like glance over if I have the chance. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's that.
And then and then you give me the stare of death and like I'm gonna fuck you up.
And then they'll come over to me later at my work table, like acting like they didn't say anything. Like, okay.
You come by
like
a picture, motherfucker.
Like I knew it was you.
Yeah, I know it was you that says that. Don't try to act all cool.
Looks like we got Ruthless Lala in the building. Ruthless Lala was like, Janai, don't forget the sound of the dragonfly.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Oh my god.
I love Lala. Oh my god.
She's amazing.
I still have a lawsuit against Lala, but we'll talk about that another time.
Yo,
we got her.
You took it like a champ. You accepted that you was going to take the chop. You have no proof against Lala.
You know what?
You leave Auntie alone.
Janai should thank Rufus Lala for Lala taking the job of giving me a chop, because it was either take a chop from Lala or get kicked in the chest from Janai. I took the chop from Lala because I think if it would have been the other way around and I went with door number 2, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Kenny, I seen her hit somebody with 72 kicks, bro, in a row.
I don't even think. Listen, I think because her kick sounds are so loud anytime we see her in New York, right? I think just that processing through my brain would have shook me. You would have seen tears in my eyes. I probably would have shitted on myself, and then that would have been it. And she would have been like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
yeah,
but can you just stand still?
Man
so I
up,
can show you
bitch.
already.
Yeah, I'll just be standing there like, all right, I'll let you just be by yourself for a second.
You'd have kicked Kenny back to 5 years old when he doesn't know what to do. He's like,
thank God the hospital's right down the street from the Battle Club
Right?
Pro shows. Because
shit. All right, so have you ever seen the movie The Last Dragon?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Enough said, ladies and gentlemen. My
It
new
was a long
favorite
time
wrestler.
ago.
Peace, everybody.
Long time
Word. That's all we needed to know.
Yeah.
Time for president.
ago.
I got my man Bruce Leroy right up there. All right, there you go. That's it. That's all I need to ask.
So it was like, all right, I'm good. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming again. About the show again.
Interview over.
That's all people wanted to know. That's all people wanted to know.
See,
Yeah?
look now.
No.
See, now
That's right.
Now,
Honey,
so now,
it's on site when you
so now
come in line with Auntie. You fucked
that's
up.
okay. You know what? That's okay.
She
I
took it
want
easy
Lala.
on you.
I want Lala to continue threatening me because my lawyers will be reading this. This is public knowledge now. It's on the air. It's on YouTube. You know what I mean? That's it.
I don't see anything here that's threatening though.
No.
Remember, I used to be a doctor and a lawyer. I used to take cases while doing brain surgery. Don't let the hair fool you. I'm a multifaceted dude.
Love you, Lala.
Sure. So let me ask you, we're getting close to like halfway of the year so far. It's crazy as it is. We are already in May. We're in the why is this year going by so fast? All right, let's do what is your main goal by the end of this year? Like, what is that one thing that you're like, you know what, fuck it, by the end of this year, this is what's gonna happen, or this is the match that I want to happen.
Okay, so wrestling goal wise, I definitely want to just venture out more, travel a lot more. I actually love it, and I like traveling alone too sometimes. So I want to do a lot more of that. Even go back to maybe like other states that I haven't been to in a while, like Texas or California. I would love to go back there and wrestle because there's some top tier wrestlers over there that I have an eye on. So would love to do a lot more of that. I also want to kind of just keep upping my merch game more. I have like little personal goals like that too. Like merch game, like little things that I've just been nitpicking about myself when it comes to like my brand and everything, just upgrading.
Okay.
Are we getting new shirts?
That's one of them. Like I want new shirts. I was talking to one person. It's just like one little thing about the design that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
What I need to do is just take more like promo photos and stuff too.
Okay.
I want to take more action shots, stuff like that. And I kind of want to take those action shots and put it on a t-shirt.
Nice.
Like little things like that.
Like the one from Bill King is actually really dope. Like he captures really great like motion pictures of you guys in the ring. Like he took a lot of great ones from WCW. And I think like that is such a dope idea.
Yeah, I've had certain t-shirt designs where it's like me kind of in action, or someone designed me in a more animated way, like an animated version of me like throwing a kick, and those sold really well. So I would like more t-shirt styles like that kind of look like, you know, a martial arts movie in a sense. Like, you know, it's not too wrestling, but it's like really cool, like badass, like kind of like this, like kind of what I'm wearing, but like kind of like rugged style too. Like
you know who we need to hook her up with, right? Dream Match Wrestling.
Oh yeah,
him and his
any of his merch?
Yeah, him and his wife, they do graphic art. They sell a lot of t-shirts where they do like dream matches of like past and the present, right? But I know his wife, she really loves to design for female talent.
Absolutely.
Her designs are her designs are awesome. Like
they're official too.
Yeah. I eventually just want to have like a whole team by the end of the year too, like a whole creative team.
I'm sure that they'll be willing and ready.
Yeah, because I now have like a local gear designer. It's this girl that I met in high school. Like we're literally like high school friends, and then we just kept in touch, like basically on Facebook. Like we stayed as friends. Like we didn't talk much, but we stayed as friends on Facebook. And then I saw her post this jacket that she designed, and I was like, "Can you make a jacket for me exactly like that, but all black?" And she said, "Yeah, of course." And she did it within a week, and it's the jacket that I've been wearing in my entrance like for the past few shows. And I just like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna stick with you. Like, can I bring my gear over to you? Because she works at a fabric store too. I was like, can I bring my gear over to you? And like, you just can just look at it, see how it looks, and like make my new gear. She said, yeah, of course. So now I have a local person to go to. She works like 5 minutes away from where I live. So very convenient. And now I just need more creative people on my team.
I love that.
That's awesome.
It. What we'll do over here too: create the team, build the network, build this. Just be consistent and just like keep going forward. Just keep going forward.
It's always good to have a team because it relieves a lot of the stress of a lot of the things that you have to do on a day-to-day basis, just to make sure that like you get the name out there, get your safe, get your face out there too, and
like you said, it's all about the brand that you represent.
Yeah, and I learned that early. I learned that early, like in college. I learned that because I went to fashion school and I was studying fashion marketing, and we would create a team. Like we'll have like, if we're planning like a fashion show, we'll have the models, we'll have like the assistants, like the designers, like just little things like that. And I always loved having that, like a little creative team and creating some sort of magic. So I want to do that in wrestling now.
I picture you got like a round table and you're like, all right, what's your idea for the day? Go. All right, Mark, what you got? Shirts, go. Just sitting there.
And the one that she doesn't like have like this whole Kill Bill moment where she jumps on the table and just starts running to the person and just kicks their head. Like, I said, bring me good ideas. What was that?
Word.
What was that?
No, dude, I just be like, I just literally be having like artist blocks sometimes. And even with like, I spoke to like a couple other people yesterday, and they came up with like promo ideas for me, and I would never even think of. And I'm like, ugh. Like I need more people like that around me that are just gonna come up with random ideas like that for me that I can just do. So yeah, I love it. I love just meeting creative people that are outside of wrestling. Like even I met a photographer that only works with musicians, and I did a photo shoot with him, and like the pictures were phenomenal. And it's just like even finding a photographer outside of the industry is great. And then that also introduces more work for like for them, so that I can introduce him to other wrestlers.
And it helps you stand out because now you're not taking pictures the style of wrestlers, you're taking pictures of something different. And now you're looking at a bunch of pictures and boom, your picture sticks out. Everybody else got the and you got some other shit going on. It's like,
it's
I like that one.
Style. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like the photographers now that do stuff for like say like pro wrestling. They kind of all follow the same format when it comes to like shooting something, where you'll have somebody who strictly maybe does like runway, shoots. You know what I mean?
They see things in different angles and different styles. So,
So outside of wrestling, what excites
you? Good question. I've been actually trying to think about that because I've just been so busy. I'm like, okay, I love Twitch streaming. I love just chilling. I love art. Like I love drawing. I am currently studying for my personal training certification because I do have a goal outside of wrestling to open my own studio gym, like kickboxing, boxing gym. A very small one. That's like really what I'm looking at once like I'm kind of like went away from wrestling, or like I'm ready to like just so that's kind of what I'm working towards as well. So I always been working at gyms too. When it came to like shoot jobs, I always worked at gyms so I can pick people's brain and really see how things go. And I always do like the sales jobs too. So I know how to sell like gym memberships and really know how to manage a gym.
Oh man,
type of environment.
Yeah.
She's those people that will get me into a 6-month membership, and I only go like 4 times out the 6 months.
Yep.
But then they do and I forget about it until they do the renewal.
Yeah. You want the gold package, or I'll kick you right in your.
Or I'll just call you. I'll be like, "Where have you been?"
No, okay, so
we talked about your goals. What's going on?
Okay, so you know what? She's not that type, because the other types, they'll just take your money and then that's it. At least she follows up, like, "Hey, I haven't seen you." Like,
listen, if anything, she'll send Ruthless Lala on you and be like, "Do I need to send Auntie?" Let me. You know what? Let me get her on the call. Hold on.
Okay, that's dope though. You want to open up a gym, so is that? Well, I mean, you grew up doing it, so that's definitely another passion of yours. So, is teaching what you want to do, or you want to just have that space so other people could teach and learn?
Both. Like, I would like to. Like, I will definitely. I know for a fact that I'm gonna have to teach classes because I just seen it before. Like, the last job I worked at, the owner was teaching the classes a lot and how to fill in for people. So I know that I'm going to have to do that regardless because things happen. But I would love to do that and also have like other trainers there. Like if there's like another style that I can't personally teach, then I'll have someone come in and teach that. Which a lot of like martial arts gyms are like that. Like there's jiu-jitsu. I can't teach jiu-jitsu. So I'll get someone that can teach jiu-jitsu, if anything, if it's like something that people are asking for. But I always knew that I wanted to do that since leaving high school. I knew for a fact that I would like to have my own studio gym, boxing, kickboxing. For a little bit, I was thinking maybe to have like a little retail shop for like athletic wear and stuff like that too, with the brand names. Like I always had it pictured. So that's what I'm working towards right now as well.
That's awesome.
Dope.
Yeah.
It's so amazing to see that like you have like your different goals. You have your goals for wrestling, and then you have your goals outside of wrestling. I think that's such an amazing balance to have that not everybody would have that or even want that, to say the least, you know? But it's so amazing and it's very inspirational. Like you being first and foremost, you being one of the most deadliest female wrestlers out there on the indie circuit right now, making your appearance in AEW, going to UK, fucking fighting in Japan and everything like that, and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get that fucking studio. We're gonna teach some classes. We're gonna get some other people to teach some classes, and we're gonna run this like small business. We good.
Yeah. No, yeah. What really woke me up about doing that, to really focus on that, was when I got injured, because I knew like, okay, this is serious. Like, what if I do get injured, cannot wrestle ever again?
Right.
Like, what do I do? I need to come up with a plan B ASAP, because I can't just be like only depending on this. Because for a while before I got injured, I was only thinking of that. And I was thinking about rushing everything and making things happen in wrestling. And then the injury slowed me down and really made me wake up and be like, yo, like you got to think about other things right now, like other goals that you would like to do, other things that you love to do, and really create something out of that as well.
How often is it 50-50 for you, or do you notice like you can turn it off? Like right now, this is wrestling. I'm going to Japan to wrestle, and then when I come back, I'll think about the the dojo and the clothing and all that. Or do you just let life dictate where you're going?
It's a little bit of like all of that at the same time, because like I can still find time to study for sure, because I'm still studying. So there's not really an excuse for me not to have time to study, because I have my laptop, just take notes, whatever. So I'll find that downtime for that. So I'm not really concerned when it comes to that. And then like the other steps when it comes to that goal will I know for a fact will come after I get that certification. Because once I get that certification, I'm going to be more confident to just start training people, because I was training people only in boxing and kickboxing. But if I have this personal training certification under my belt, I can do weightlifting now. So I can like add more to like what I can offer. So once I get the certification, then I can go ahead and like maybe I'll open like a small little space. Like I'll rent a little space and start with that, start small. And once I get enough clients, then I can, upgrade. Save that money and upgrade, get a bigger space, and then I'll create the studio gym.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when do you find time for yourself?
Yes.
Kind of like days like this, because I did leave my shoot job a few weeks ago, and I'm back to wrestling full time. And so, like, I just came back from London a couple days ago, so now I'm kind of like taking a bunch of naps, trying to just like get back into like my sleeping schedule and all of that. Like, I studied yesterday. So, because I found that time, like, all right, let me study today. I'll stream today. Yesterday, let me stream today. And like, I already had you guys on my calendar, so I plan around that too.
Right.
To really, like, I have a whole Google Calendar with like different categories and stuff. Like, I have it laid out. I always look at it every day to really plan things out.
Yeah, I had to do that too, especially now I have 2 kids in sports. So yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a lot.
We do want to say thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We do hear how important it is for you to rest and fit it into your schedule. So we do appreciate it.
But yeah, of course. I always try to find time. It's hard here and there. Like, different things will pop up. Like, I've been having a lot of trouble with even other people asking me for interviews, like for certain days and time, and I couldn't do it at all because I was working my shoot job at the time, and that was taking up everything. So like, now that I have like more of an open schedule, like I'm now letting people know, like, okay, I'm good now. Like, let's do this. Like, I'm ready to talk because there's just a lot that happened, and I'm ready to talk about everything that's been happening so far this year. So yeah.
We're happy to have you here. Thank you so much. We love everything we're hearing from you, from your outside dreams with your dreams of wrestling. We just love it all.
Oh, thank you.
Oh man, let me ask, who do you look forward to at least wrestling this year? Like, that you haven't wrestled yet? Whether it's a single,
I feel like I really can't say much because it hasn't even been announced.
Okay.
Okay. So we got
it's somebody. We have to put it in the category.
It's a lot coming up. I will say that. But.
Okay.
I've been keeping an eye on these certain people.
I know you definitely tag team with Jordan Blade, and you guys always kill it every time together.
Yeah. What about Jordan?
I was like, what about like dream opponents, like tag team opponents?
Oh, okay. Probably Miyu for sure, because we posted a video the other day when we went to see Big Ben, and we posted a kicking video. Like, we kicked at the same time, and everyone like is now saying they want to see us tag. So I would love to tag with Miyu for sure. So that's like I think that's the first person for sure that comes to mind.
Okay.
Nice.
That was a nice kick that you threw to him. I'm not even gonna lie. You had to, the angle was right, and I was studying, and I had my protractor out.
Listen, he was analyzing everything to be like, okay, he had the right velocity of the kick.
Yeah. The hip rotation was in there. I saw the little pivot on your heel. That
was my left leg.
Yes.
Not my right.
Yes, and it's harder to do it on your less dominant leg.
Correct.
Yeah, humble brag. There you go. One kung fu master to the other. I had to make sure she's real. You think that we let fake people on the wrestling with knuckleheads? There's a real demon sitting to my left, your right, in the middle of the screen. Shit. Fuck around. I'll get her to go after your ass. That's right.
He would try his best.
But all right.
Oh wait, I think this would be funny. This would be funny for you, Toe. We got Matt Awesome over here saying face the Uptown Boys. I'm sure that Toe would love to see Janai Kai kick somebody's head off.
Diaz ass. I'm not afraid to say it, Mr. Diaz. Word. Shit. Stole my fucking birthday. He made the Arizona iced teas more expensive.
Word, they went up 25 cents.
Yeah, he stole my internet too. They forget to tell you that shit, Janai. We did an interview with him, and my internet is perfect. And all of a sudden, my shit fricazes on me 3 times during that interview. Coincidence?
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't look at the moon. I feel the moon, like Bruce
You
said.
You feel the moon.
That's right.
You feel like I feel like you're delusional.
Yes, you got to bring so Ray's in the chat. You got to bring it up to Jared Diaz on Monday. It's a quick plug from Ray. I like that. Smooth operator over here.
Oh man, I cannot. I love Ray. Ray, you're awesome.
I want to put him through a table too, but apparently the athletic commission won't let him happen. He knows people.
So violent. So
Does that count if I put him through the table since I'm not a wrestler? And then he puts me through the table? Like, we got to work it out.
I don't know, man. I feel like we need somebody as tall as Mike Lowe to put y'all through a table so you can feel it. Get the full experience.
Aren't you and him the same height?
Yeah, but I want to see you go through the table. I don't want to put you through the table. It's not fun. You know, I want to be in the back, get my
I thought you and Mike Law were tag team partners.
With a skyscraper.
Yeah, the way they talk, right?
Yo, listen, people been ducking us. I'm just saying, people been ducking us. Can you believe I challenged Roman Reigns for that fucking Universal title 2 years ago, and he hasn't said one word to me yet?
This is why we have rules for you.
Yeah, then you wonder why we have rules for you.
Listen, man.
This all the time, man.
She's not gonna come back. We sorry, Janai. We sorry.
This is the first and last time Janai's coming back here. She's gonna see her email. She's gonna be like, "No, I'm really busy. I'm so sorry."
Well, listen, I was gonna give her shit for taking my hairstyle.
I'll put it to archive. Like what?
Right? I was gonna give her shit for taking my hairstyle, but then I saw her kick somebody. And I was like, you know what? I'll leave that one alone.
You just shaved it all off, right?
Yeah, I was like, fuck it.
Oh man!
But all right, so do you get a chance to watch the WWE product? I know you've been in AEW, but do you get a chance to watch those products? Or?
Not too often. I usually just catch it like on Twitter or something if something happens, or if there are like pay-per-views happening, like when big things actually happen in pay-per-views. I see it. That's when I kind of am like updated as to what's going on.
And that's all really what you need, because it's the same episodes on Mondays and on Fridays anyway. So the pay-per-view is the whole show. I feel like the 2 shows in one.
No, yeah, like I was paying attention to when like the draft was happening, and then when they were in Puerto Rico. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, cool. Like that's happening. Cool. NXT, I don't watch much, but I will say like there are like a couple people that catch my eye from there that I've seen, like a lot of athletic girls on there for sure. Like Tiffany Stratton catches my eye. I like her a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Team Stratton, let's go.
Yeah.
I love her style of wrestling.
Yeah, I just watched her match against Gigi earlier. And
it was really
see
good.
the way that she moved and the way she controlled the match, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like, all right, she's got it. She understands.
It's like it's natural to her.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And like it works so well, and she just has this cocky attitude and aura about her, but it works for her character and who she is and what she brings to the ring.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And she I know she mentioned because people were asking if she sees herself going to the main roster, and she was honest. She said that she doesn't feel like she's ready yet. She has to work on her facials or something like that. And I'm like, hey, I need to hear more answers like that from people. I don't need people acting like they're ready to go somewhere when they're not. Like, I need to hear more answers like that from people that are just starting, because she's being honest, and that's what you have to do. You have to be honest with yourself. And I love seeing that, especially if you're on WWE. If you're signed, a lot of people right away want to get a big head and think they're like automatically Trish Stratus, The Rock, or whoever, but they're not. They're not being honest with themselves. So to hear that from her, I was like, all right, yeah, she's cool. Like, she's a real deal person.
Yeah, like Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic.
Oh,
goodbye.
Do you like Dominic? Do you like Dominic?
He's gone. He's gone.
He's no longer.
He's gone. The fuck out of here, Kenny. We tried. I tried my best.
Hey, Dominic, what's wrong with Dominic?
I didn't. First of all, wait. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. See, first of all, he's gonna say sorry because I mentioned Dominic Mysterio, as somebody who shouldn't have went to the main roster in the beginning. He should have went down to NXT.
Yep.
Stood in the Performance Center.
Okay.
Trained a little bit better, and then
should have went to high school. Then went to college and started selling canepas on the fucking corner. That's what he should have did.
We have a guest here tonight. We're not going to get into this. We're not going to show
He
our
wants
ass
you. He wants you to.
on here. He wants you to. He wants to get riled up, and we're not going to do this. The last time we argued in front of a guest, they got really nervous, and they never came back.
Bro, when Jake Paul could wrestle better than you, and he just started wrestling yesterday, and your father's the king of wrestling, get him, please. I'm at work.
But also fuck Jake Paul too. Anyway, people know I'm the epitome of calm. I'm like the Dalai Lama of the Bronx, okay? It's hard to get me excited. I'm not emotional, Gigi. I know what she's about to say. I'm not a fuck emotional, right? Yeah, we was having a fucking nice conversation before you people start bringing shit
I didn't even say anything, and here you are.
Dominic Mysterio.
Showing
see the shit?
These feelings.
I didn't
use the emotions.
No. You twist. Now I gotta ask the fucking question. Now I gotta ask the question. She was perfect, and now I gotta ask the question: Hogan or John Cena?
Oh my god!
Please say this right. Please say this right.
I mean, right away, John Cena.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Why Hogan?
Listen, all right, ladies and gentlemen,
that says a lot more about you. That says a lot more about you.
That definitely says a lot more about him.
Oh my god!
Like, I'm not even thinking about Hogan's career at all anymore. Just by the way he wants to act up. Nope. Says a lot more about you if you like Hogan.
Oh my god!
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Show her. Wait. Show her your picture. Show her your picture.
It's right there, me and Hogan right there. Listen, I don't remember Hogan killing a fucking dog, but my man Jeff Hardy's still in AEW rocking, and nobody's saying shit about that murderer. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's
can't stand you.
My man just got off of back surgery. He's on fucking opioids and all that other shit, high out of his mind. He's fucking his best friend's girl who gave him the fucking girl, and it's a hidden camera. And my man said if my daughter's gonna go out with a black guy, it might as well be a basketball player or a fucking rapper. And that's a big deal.
And you're still defending this man.
Come on, man. People say that the Chinese food is
I'm like, okay.
It's a big deal. He just finished busting a nut, and he has to take responsibility for what he said. Janai, I am sorry for me talking. I'm sorry, but I
you know, we have rules for you.
You cannot talk about his hero without him getting riled up.
You can't.
Listen, man. No, you
don't understand. He had a whole 20-minute
credit for John Cena doing the whole Make-A-Wish Foundation shit. But no one mentions that he did 12 Make-A-Wishes at once at WrestleMania. Look, guys, you're on the stage, and then runs away. That's a wish. Whose wish was that?
I just want to spend 2 minutes making a wish for Hogan.
You didn't see the behind the scenes of all of that.
Yeah, because he probably threw the towel at one of the kids, said, "Here goes your shit," and he left.
That's how you want to see it.
Exactly.
That's how it happened.
Listen, Janai, John Cena can never do right in his eyes.
He ruined the Nexus.
Bro, let it go.
The Nexus was gonna change wrestling
for the
better.
Stop.
You wouldn't have people like Dominic Mysterio and Jake Paul wrestling nowadays.
This negative energy for John Cena.
Hulk Hogan is the reason why Bad Bunny gets to wrestle.
No, don't. No.
How dare you, sir? How fucking dare you?
Not even an inch into that. Like,
no, fuck yourself. Bad Bunny did a lot more moves than fucking Hogan ever did. And yeah, maybe John Cena too. He did a little bit more moves than John Cena. I will admit that. Well, fuck you for saying that shit that Hogan was. No.
Bullshit. Let me tell you something. Okay, let me tell you something.
You don't do that to your own people.
Hulk Hogan was 60 years old wrestling WrestleMania 18 against The Rock. That's one of the best WrestleMania matches and moments we've had. John Cena's 38 wrestling
he
fucking
just passed 39. Like,
he can't even fucking go. Come on, man. Not in front of Janai Kai. We want her back. Look what you did. Look what you should be. You people should be ashamed of yourselves.
I'm glad you're looking at a mirror. You're looking at a mirror.
I'm sitting here, untarnished, Camfu Master,
Kenny,
Miss Janai Kai. I apologize for these people.
It's your friend.
So Janai, besides wrestling and martial
all right,
arts,
so what are we moving on to? Because this is getting
are
a little too much.
there any other sports that you like to watch?
Sometimes I like to watch UFC.
Okay.
Like I'm going to a baseball game tomorrow. I'm not big into baseball, but like I'll watch.
When all else fails,
I'll watch
you root for the
sports.
Yankees.
Yeah.
See, tomorrow I'm in DC.
Okay.
Tomorrow's Nationals versus the Mets, I think.
Ooh, right? Is it like a
You could. I mean, you could root for the Mets. I mean, in the beginning of the season, they do good.
That's true.
At the end of the season, where they start turning into the Mets.
I'm just gonna be chilling, eating food, and
they play the Nationals. They play the Nationals at 7:00.
Yeah, as much as people might not see it, there is a science to baseball, though. You just have to be able to know like what everybody's position is and what the roles are for the batting order and everything like that. Mm-hmm. Once you understand those little basics, you can enjoy the game because there is a science to everything.
I understand because I played a softball when I was younger, so I get it. It's just like I like after that I kind of just like went away from like baseball. I watched a little bit of basketball, just didn't get heavily into it, you know.
No, I hear you. So there's no wrong answer here, but who's your favorite UFC fighter or mixed martial art?
It would be Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Okay.
She really influenced me when I was training for my kickboxing fight because we're like the same height, we're the same weight, and we had to cut, I guess, basically the same amount of weight too because she was cutting to 115, but she was 140 just walking, I think. It was a lot. And it was similar to me. I think though when I was cutting, I was like 135, but I had to go to 118. So I kind of just looked up to her because of that. And like the way that she moved, like I really was studying her the most. Okay.
How hard was that weight cut?
It was terrible because I kind of wasn't doing it in a healthy way. I wasn't throwing up or anything.
Right.
But like,
you was taking really small meals.
Yeah, very, very small meals. And I was training 4 hours after work. Like I'll get off work and I'll go to the gym and I'll train for 4 hours straight. And this is like with me just relying on maybe a granola bar and some just water, just drinking a lot of water.
Right.
I eventually had to drink like flavored water because that water was just getting like annoying.
Yeah.
But like as it kept getting closer to the fight, I kind of had to keep cutting down from what I was eating because I would just like if I eat anything, like even like a good meal on a Friday or something, like if I'm feeling it, it's just gonna hit me 10 times harder the next day. So it was. I learned a lot about my body, that's for sure. I learned how it just reacts to like the way that I work out and how like it adjusts to certain things. So like now when I'm working out nowadays, I kind of know like, oh, I'm okay to just chill today. Like I don't need to work out every day to make sure that I'm good. Like I know that my body's okay. Like I'm not too worried about like my cardio or whatever.
Okay. How many fights have you had?
So I have to talk about that. Because like the fight that I was cutting weight for, my opponent pulled out the week of the fight. So my fight never happened. I cut all of that weight and she chickened out, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. I even went to Florida. I trained with Henry Hooft, who is just like one of the best coaches in the UFC. I went there. I went to American Top Team to get ready for this fight. And then when I went back home, I did more training. Like I did a lot to prepare for this, and then she pulled out the fight.
Wow.
Now,
and the thing is that it's not hard for her to cut weight because she was shorter than me.
Right.
And that weight is like more close to her weight than me. So I knew for a fact that wasn't the issue.
Like, it was more a favor towards her, if anything.
She was just, demon. She was scared.
Well,
that's what it was.
She was scared.
Legs, hell no.
Somebody like, oh, this girl's for real.
She was like, yeah, I'm ready. No, I'm not ready.
Nah, see?
Nah.
Yeah. You know what I think it was? Is that somebody got into her ear. Like she has her team and somebody got into her ear and was like, "Listen, she's training with these people, this person, this person, this person. Like she's taking this 10 times more serious than you are." And she said, "You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, you gonna get fucked up."
Yeah. Like, do you have home life and do you have life insurance? Yes.
Word.
Wow.
Yo, I mean, you could have told us.
Does it cover being beheaded within a kick?
Right.
Just
I would have threw a wig on show and he could have
like, yo, you know what I could imagine? Janai is like throwing a fucking kick and like in like an anime samurai fucking movie. You don't see it, but all you just see randomly is like blood, like just going. Like, where the fuck was that coming from? And it was her kick. She's just like standing there. What?
It's like an edited version of Scarface.
Promo idea.
Yeah.
Word.
Like they talk mad shit like OD. Like, you won't do nothing. You can't do shit. And you're just like, man, I'm gonna fuck you up now.
Word.
Ching. That's how you blood. Like nothing's happening, and then 2 seconds later, oh shit, what just happened?
No, dude, I was very confident with this one because I really did a lot. But like after that happened, I was like, I'm gonna go to pro wrestling. I don't need to cut tremendous amount of weight. I don't need to like do all that and then have my opponent drop out. Like
no. Pro wrestling. We're gonna go to pro wrestling.
It's calling my name because I've been thinking about it forever, and it's telling me to go. So
that was one of the signs.
Yeah, exactly.
So Krills is from our sports show, and he says, "Love the hair." By the way,
thank you.
I assume he's talking about you because he could have told me that this morning. We worked together. So
you were talking about like working. Give me a second. You were talking about working out and like vigorously and everything like that. Jumping out of this, what's your workout playlist?
Ooh, so I listen to a lot of EDM, like techno, like heavy bass techno music. When I do like anything that has to do with like HIIT or cardio, I'll listen to that. And then I'll listen to more, I don't even know how to describe this type of genre, but it's more like a darker, edgy rap that's kind of out nowadays. I'll give you an example of an artist like Suicide Boys or Freddie Dredd.
I know Freddie Dredd.
Yeah, like kind of like that. So that's what I usually listen to if I want to lift. But I'll listen to both of them too. Like if I'm doing like kind of like more of like if I'm hitting the bag or something, I'll listen to both of them like back to back too. But that's mainly it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like everybody has their own things, you know. And like that's why I was like, I always want to know like what do people actually listen to while they like have a playlist. Like I know somebody that they will like run, right? Just do a quick run, or even lift, and they like listen to really nice, calm jazz music. And I'm like, wait, what? But meanwhile, their face is like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you listen to? I just
Arnold Schwarzenegger used to bench press listening to the Weather Girls. You know, so it's raining, man. Like that. He used to bench press to that. You know, it's smooth. It's soothing. It gets your muscles loose. You know.
I know that people that train jiu-jitsu, they like listening to a lot of reggae. Like reggae's really chill, but it's like kind of like settling your mind in a sense. I get it.
Yeah. Have you ever taken capoeira? Speaking of,
oh my god, I actually tried it during the pandemic, like an online class. It was so hard. It was so hard. I even like filmed it, but it was terrible. Like I felt like it was just so awkward. The movement, of course, is gonna be like awkward because I'd never done or moved like that before. I would think I would be caught up with it quick because I have martial arts experience, but it's just a whole different thing. I like it though a lot. I would love to actually go into a real class one day and try it.
But you know it's dance though, right?
Yeah.
Because they couldn't study martial arts in Brazil and they had to hide it with dance. That's why they incorporated those moves and all that.
Yeah, and I knew that one jiu-jitsu school that my mom actually was attending, they have capoeira, and like I always like looked into it, like just watching them move and everything. It was really cool. So I just want to, and I do have rhythm too. I know that for a fact. So that's also why I thought I'll be like pretty good at it. But it's just it's
you
just
have to clear your mind.
Yeah.
You ever seen? All right,
clear your mind.
Yeah. All right. So there's two movies. Have you ever seen The Forbidden Kingdom with Jet Li and Jackie Chan?
I don't think so. No.
All right. So it's about a white boy. He falls into a thing, and Jet Li and Jackie Chan are two masters, and they're trying to teach him karate.
Okay.
And it's like the one movie that they're both in it. And Jackie Chan tells him when he's like, "Can you teach me the shadow kick and all that other stuff?" And he's pouring water in his cup. He's like, "Yo, you're pouring this water." He's like, "Yeah, your cup is full. Empty the cup so I can teach you shit. Like, how am I gonna teach you something when you got all this stuff already?" So that's when you go into capoeira, you gotta empty your cup. You know, that's as one master to another master. But
that makes a lot of sense.
Have you ever seen the movie Only the Strong? The capoeira movie. It's an old movie back in the day.
Why does that sound familiar?
The dude from Iron Chef, the host from Iron Chef, was in it.
Let me see. Sounds very familiar. Only the Strong.
Yeah, he was. He was in the Marines?
Yes.
He comes out.
He went to Brazil.
The kids. Yeah.
He teaches the delinquents capoeira so they get self-discipline and all that.
Great.
I don't think I've seen this one.
That's an awesome movie, but the bad guy. So they practice the song. So the bad guys, they have a song. So my original idea for the video that I shot to promo you was me doing that, and then I had people doing that almost like it's a battle going on. But then I didn't have time to do that, so I you got what I gave you. But if I'm lucky enough to have not scared you off and you come back on, believe me, I will have more time to make another stupid video for you, and we'll incorporate that.
All right.
She has this look on her face like, shit, I wasn't planning on coming back to this asshole show.
I was about to say, I don't know how long we have you.
I love creativity. I love creative people, and talking to creative people.
It's just
like I said.
You could call me stupid. I'm stupid, so I just think of shit. But the creative people are around me here. If it wasn't for them, I would have less hair. I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm stupid too.
Yeah, but you're like the funny stupid. I'm just like why is this motherfucker still talking stupid? Yeah, see? That's why we blend together.
See? I try to keep them talking to you. Don't worry.
Yeah. But definitely whenever you find time, that movie is definitely worth watch.
Yeah, I have a lot of time, so
I was just saying, what are you currently streaming right now?
On Twitch? So today I just did just chatting, and I have like a spin wheel thing for people. Like if they like donate anything, I'll spin the wheel and it lands on a category, and it landed on match requests like 3 times. So we were watching like matches that they requested on there, which like one of them was John Cena versus Umaga at New Year's Revolution.
All right, now that it's just us.
No, take me off the screen too.
There's like a AAA, a match from AAA. I forgot what the third match was, but yeah, that's what we did today. And then I recently came back to streaming because I took a break, but I recently started playing this one game called Stray, which is you're literally playing as a cat.
Okay. I have a friend. We have a friend of ours that he streams that. Kofi streams that. Okay. Yeah. I watched that a couple times because I was gonna ask. I mostly play sports on PlayStation, right? So if you find me like on Twitch, 95% of the time is I'm either playing MLB The Show, which is a baseball game, or I'm talking shit on here. So that is it. So I was gonna ask, what games do you recommend for somebody who wants to get out of sports playing and into something else?
Well, so I've been playing a lot of casual games like Stray, or I'll play scary games. I can tell you Phasmophobia. And Dead by Daylight is another fun game to play with a group of friends.
Yeah.
Like that's one for sure that's very popular. I think you've probably seen it like on Twitch a lot.
Right.
I played it with Krills. It's fucking it. Yeah, I'm not a guy that likes scary shit.
Yeah,
So when you got a ghost
it.
in your ear, I'm like, no, wait a minute.
I played this one game where you're literally
gun?
playing as a toddler. It's called Among the Sleep, and there's just creepy things going on the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally like 2 feet tall, like walking around the house. Oh my gosh, I have to send you.
Yes, please do. I'm gonna end up now. I'm gonna play this game and see how this goes.
There was another one like that where you're a little kid, but you're in like a basement somewhere, and there's a bunch of mannequins like in the dark, and like you don't know like what's going on or what's real. Like it's so creepy. And there's a guy in the basement, like it's a creeper. Like you're basically like, I wouldn't say it's a pedo, but like it's like an old guy like that kept you in the basement.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can hear him, and it's just creepy as hell. I have to find the
You're just playing games that are pretty much
because
give you nightmares.
I was gonna say like, how do you like streaming? Because that was before the podcast. Me, Krills, and Show would stream, and 90% of the time is me screaming at the game. Like we're playing Fortnite or we're playing Call of Duty, and I'm like, what the fuck, And as you can tell, I'm a calm person. I don't like to.
Yeah, very.
And it got to the point where me and Show was like, yo, I don't like this shit. What do you play those scary games because it takes you off of the fact that there's people watching you, or?
I don't know. I just like the suspense, and I think scary games are perfect to play when you stream because your reactions are priceless.
Yeah.
And people clip your reactions and stuff like that, and they're like kind of like in the game with you. So it's always fun to play those because a lot of people love that suspense type thing too. Like I try to keep in mind too what I'm playing, because I'm like, okay, this is gonna be too boring. Like, are people gonna start leaving once I start playing this game, or are they gonna be like a part of it? So I try and keep that in mind as well. It's not just like about me,
No, yeah, I hear you. Most people loved seeing us fucking spaz out. Like I one time threw a full bottle of Coke against the wall, and I didn't have any Coke after that. And that's when I started realizing, you know what? This might not be for me.
Yeah, you kind of rage a little bit, but I haven't had any like rages during a game on stream or anything. I don't think I have anything remotely close to that. I've had a lot of jump scares, and people clip that, but nothing around the lines where I'm just like irritated or whatever.
I
can't relate. I'm sorry.
No, trust me. I don't want you. We won a game in Fortnite, but I don't know what happened. And Show was screaming, and I was like, "Yo, bro, I gotta go." He's like, "What happened?" I was like, "I just broke my controller because I got knocked, and I didn't give a shit. We won it just because I got knocked."
Oh my god!
Yeah. I don't have anger issues, by the way. Just to let you know, it's just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's the fucking controller's fault. You play mouse and keyboard?
Yeah, I do have a controller right here that my friend gave me, but I barely use it. When I play Dead by Daylight, I definitely use the keyboard and mouse. Yeah, usually the games that I have, like, they usually tell you, like, in the reviews or something, like, oh, this game's going to be better with a controller. Or some games are already set up for a controller, actually. Like, I try to, like, play one game. I forgot what it was on my keyboard, and it was, like, showing to just play with a controller. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this is just better to play with a controller than a keyboard. Right. But usually it's keyboard for me.
Okay. Do you play, like, Fortnite or Call of Duty or any of those shooter games? Or?
I haven't tried Fortnite at all. I tried Call of Duty, and that sucked. Like,
so we're in the same boat then.
I could not even get into it at all. And I was playing with like the group of friends that I usually play with on Discord, and they just knew more on how to play it than I did. I was like, I'm good. I'm just gonna go over here and watch you guys, I guess.
That's when you just get a car and just drive around. There was one time it was me, Show, his son, and another guy. One of my boys were playing, and we was running past the storm, and we didn't find anybody. I said, "Fuck it, let's get in the truck." So I get in the truck, and I start singing Motown to the chat, and we just blew up out of nowhere. Like, I don't know how, but we just blew up. Yeah, and it was like, there you go.
That's kind of like how I was when I was playing Grand Theft Auto. I would just drive around. And I'll do the missions when I feel like it, but like it was literally me just driving around causing chaos, and that's it.
Word.
Well, listen, you guys had a way better experience than I did. I got suckered into playing Fortnite, and it was like 5 kids all laughing at me, saying that I suck. Yeah, and as an adult, it just took me back to being teased as a kid, and it's not fun, you know. So I quit the game. I put my kids on punishment after that for teasing me, and that was it. And I felt great afterwards. It's the power of being an adult.
Yeah, for real. But yo, not for nothing. There's nothing more satisfying than threatening a kid's life.
What?
I'm telling you, you do it over the
chat.
I
mean, if you put it that way, you kind of took his words.
No, but like no,
and twisted it up a little bit.
Yo, you ever been in an open lobby with these fucking kids?
I've heard a lot of things. I haven't been on one, but
I was playing Halo. Now, have you ever played Halo?
No.
All right, so it's team based.
It's toxic though.
Yeah, and this kid was like, "Come on, kill one, come on!" And he just wouldn't shut up. And I'm looking at I'm like, he didn't kill nobody. He don't got no hit damage. He just screaming. And I didn't have a mic, so I found the headset. I plugged it in, and I was like, "Listen, motherfucker, if you don't shut the fuck up, I swear to God, I'm gonna." And this kid was like, and he left the game, and I was like, "Thank you, Jesus." And I took the headset off, and I just
you gotta check your heart.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, if you don't shut the fuck up, I swear to God, little boy, I'm gonna fucking find you."
I can see you going like this, like, "I'm gonna find you."
Yeah. I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna rip you to fucking pieces. And I'm gonna sleep like a baby. It's like, he's an asshole.
And this is why we try not to let him play games.
Yes. Yeah, this is why I'm not allowed to have friends. Ashley's birthday is coming June 23rd. She turns 19. She's wondering if you could give her a birthday shout out.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy early birthday. 19 years old. Oh my gosh.
What were you doing at 19?
19.
It was like 2 years ago?
Not at all. That was like about 9 years ago.
You look 22. You're lying.
Oh,
right?
No. I'm 28. I'm turning 29 this year.
Be young.
Wait till you become my age. Like,
yeah, right?
I'm 40.
You know,
come on now.
A fun fact. I am not bullshitting you. 11:59 p.m. the day before I turned 29, I was fine. It hit 12. My back blew out of me. I did the fuck. As soon as I turned 29, my back gave out of me. I was like, son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
This is life. So you're ahead of the game right now.
I feel that. I already got an injured neck, so I'm like waiting for like 30 to hit.
So,
I'm gonna feel everything.
Like injured, like do you have a fused disc or?
Yeah, I got a cervical fusion on the back of my neck.
Ooh, and that's the injury you were talking about when you said they made you realize you needed a plan B?
Yes, definitely, because that was I fractured 4 levels in the back of my neck.
Ooh,
yeah,
shit. You don't have that many levels in your neck, from what I imagine.
Dude, it was really bad. It was either I was supposed to be paralyzed or dead. That's like basically what the doctor told me. Yeah.
Well,
so I need to get emergency surgery the next morning.
Damn. Yeah. Well, we're definitely happy that you're not dead.
Exactly.
Oh no, dude. Yeah.
This interview would have been a lot worse.
It just would have been me and him talking to each other.
Yeah. So we're happy that you're still around, so you can make our evening.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm happy I'm still around too. That was that was November of 2019.
So that's recent.
Yeah, that was still recent. Went through the pandemic, just recovering.
So I can imagine it was difficult to recover because like I had 2 shoulder surgeries. And at one point, you go through like a little depression because it feels like this is the way you are forever and all that. So I can imagine the recovery had to been a struggle for you, right?
It was, but it wasn't. Like I was like trying to. I wasn't like watching so much wrestling. That's one thing, but I was kind of going back to just reflecting on my personal life.
Okay.
And then my faith also helped me a lot. So I was just keeping positive in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what kept me strong. And that's like when I was like brainstorming my personal goals and all of that, just to make sure that it was kind of making sure that I was being productive in a way, because I can, yes, I can sit and be sad or whatever. Like I'll have those moments, but like at the same time, I have to like snap back into other things that I can control at the moment.
No, and that's good advice for people going through. You can't just sit there and sulk, because then you go into the deep hole and it's
that's
bad.
That's when it gets really bad, when you actually really believe like it's like over, like the doctor said this, then it's true. Like no, not necessarily, because the doctor did tell me that no more wrestling and all of that.
I know firsthand, doctors really don't know shit. No, in all
honesty,
he's right.
He's actually right.
They don't know shit, because they have machines that tell you what's wrong with you. The doctors can only assume, like, all right, your neck is fucked up, and we can fix it, and there's no way to tell how you're gonna heal. So they give you that no more wrestling to keep you safe, but if you train right and properly, you could probably heal, like you healed it. So now you're back to wrestling, and I would have never been able to tell that you have an injured neck.
No, yeah. I tell usually like my opponents, of course, that I've had an injured neck, because you have to trust your opponent.
Yes.
And I'm more open to talking about it now. I wasn't before, but now I am, and it has taken away opportunities, because it's just such like an intense injury. So it was like kind of things like that where I was like, damn, all right,
but
that sucks.
You know what's funny? The guy underneath me right here, sure enough, he showed me that they didn't take away the opportunities from you. They stopped you from taking the wrong opportunities.
That's true.
Because your life now is being pushed into the place where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
Because I went through similar stuff with that, and there's two sides to a coin. There's always two sides of the way you look at things.
Yeah.
And in the same way you kept your mind focused on when you was injured, it's like you think you lost out on opportunities, but really you skipped over those to get to better opportunities.
Yeah.
Yep.
I showed you that.
Don't tell nobody.
The fact that he went off his camera just to say that.
He's like,
you want to be here,
no, come back.
I only give you credit when you're not here, asshole. Nah, but I'm happy that you recovered, and we're blessed to see you still perform.
Yeah, same here. I definitely see that part now where like it's leading me to the right direction.
So you said that your faith. What do you practice, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I'm a Christian, like I'm Methodist. So what I was doing a lot during my recovery was just listening to a lot of sermons.
Okay.
And just kind of reflecting and being like, okay, yeah, like this is definitely like my testimony. Like this saved, like he saved me basically, because this happened in the ring, and my legs went out for like 5 seconds, but I came back. I will tell you the most amazing part was that I didn't go to the hospital right away. I went through that whole week with a broken neck. I traveled with it. I had 2 matches with it.
Wow.
And it wasn't until after all of that where I realized I couldn't do a front roll. Correct. Like my body completely froze. That's when I knew, okay, something's wrong, because I can do this like just asleep. I can do a front roll like asleep.
Right. It's natural.
So that's when I was like, all right, let me go to the doctor. Did my X-ray. Not even like an hour after I took the X-ray, my doctor called me and told me to go to the hospital. Because like if I do anything like remotely wrong movement wise, it's going to cause permanent damage. That's what my doctor told me. And I was thinking, I've been doing a lot of things since this happened.
So your mind is just like racing and just like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I was literally laying down on my stomach when she called me. And I was like just looking up. I'm like, I was looking up on my boyfriend. I was like, he's like, are you okay? I'm like, we have to go to the hospital right now. So that was just like, that whole situation was just so crazy. And like when I got to the hospital, they didn't want me to move. They told me to sit. They put a brace on me. They were like, don't do anything. I'm like, bro, I've been doing a lot of things.
Exactly. Now you're treating me like
I understand that. Like, you can't say it. What do you mean? I've been wrestling. I took this bump. I took that bump. This person kicked me. I kicked that person. I got out the ring. I got in the ring.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean? Yeah.
You turn that back into the 5-year-old.
At that point, I would have been like, give me a fucking pill so I can calm down my guys. Y'all fucking me up right now. There's a lot going on up here.
Yeah.
Y'all can just tell me no. Stay still. What? Yeah. No. For someone to tell you to stay still, period, it just makes you more anxious to be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I thought I was good, to be honest.
Exactly.
I was like, what do you mean? Like, I've been even like massaging my neck. I felt my body trying to mend itself. Like I felt like, because sometimes your body automatically wants to do that. It tries to mend itself as much as it can.
Right.
And that's what I felt. I'm like, okay, I'll be good. But it wasn't good at all.
Man.
The doctor's just like, ma'am, no, I'm good. No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Like, I don't know how you're walking around right now, but said no more wrestling. And then the second follow-up came along, and that's when my doctor was like, all right, I'm not going to tell you to stop wrestling, but if you are going to go back, do not do what you did, which I took a German person dropped me like right on my neck. So yeah, I was like, say less. Like all I heard was, you can go back to wrestling, but just don't do it. I was like, okay. All right, I'm gonna go back to wrestling.
Avoid certain things. Which moves?
Yeah.
Hold on, sir. I don't know if you know the move sets. What is your knowledge of professional? Not that much. Hold on. This is what I be doing. Let me know.
Don't land on your neck again.
I should not be doing. No.
My trainer was kind of like,
let me know what my opponent should not be doing. Oh, that.
Yeah, that part.
But you turn around like that. Gotcha. Anything else? No. Great job. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
No, yeah. It's definitely important to communicate with your opponent about it.
Right.
Like I spoke to
you
my
have to
trainer.
trust them. You're trusting them with your body, and they're trusting you with yours.
Yeah. And I don't have to do those crazy moves. Like my trainer told me that.
Yeah.
He was like, you don't have to do that, especially like with your style, Janai. Like you don't have to be taking all those crazy moves in general. Like you already got injured, but like now for sure, like there's certain people who have been injured that I met, and like they said that they had to kind of change their style, but they have to be more of a character now. So like so that you don't have to do the craziness, because that's also why a lot of younger wrestlers, they want to do the crazy moves. They want to take the crazy neck bumps and all of that. Yeah, right now they want to.
until they get hurt.
They get that call. Don't move.
Yeah. No, yeah, they want to take all those neck bumps and whatnot, and then some of them are very stubborn. I've met that are just like they're hurt, but like they want to ignore it. Like I get it, because I was kind of like that.
Yeah.
But you have to just really like just sit down for a second. Go to. It's okay to go to the doctor. It's okay and see what's actually wrong, and like go off by that, because I know for a fact, like that's kind of why I didn't want to go to the doctor right away, because I was like, okay, I don't want to hear this. That's kind of like you're forced to go now, so it's kind of like you don't want to wait until the last minute either.
Yeah.
Just like go to the doctor, see what's up. That's it. Take care of it before it gets worse. And if it does become worse, now you know. But yeah, it's very important to even like if you're not comfortable taking a move, it's okay to communicate that, because in this business, if someone is not okay with you communicating something like that, they're not professional whatsoever, because it's always about the person's safety. It's always about the person and how comfortable they are. That's like both of each other's jobs to make sure we're both comfortable with everything. So be okay with asking, or be okay with requesting just not to do certain things.
Right.
Like I have no shame in telling people like, hey, I cannot take neck bumps like that whatsoever. Like I'll take like a big bump, like a big like a choke slam or whatever.
Okay.
But if someone nowadays, like if someone like pitched a German, I personally have to trust this person 150%, and I have to see how they throw Germans, and that's like the only thing that I really look at. Like, am I actually back bumping, or are you trying to chuck the person right behind you onto their neck? Because there's people that throw Germans that don't know how to throw Germans correctly. And I was actually hearing the Joe Rogan podcast today about that, because he was talking to Ric Flair, and they have like a whole like 2 minutes about talking, like they're talking about Germans, like how to throw a proper German. And they pulled up Kurt Angle and how he threw Germans. And if you see how Kurt Angle threw Germans, he really made sure that that person was back bumping. Like he'll back bump before they even back bump.
Yeah.
So there's a specific way of throwing these moves. And if you are being reckless and cannot do it, you're going to injure that person. So that's why, you know, with me, I'm kind of like that. And I don't care. People can think that I'm just, you know, being a bitch about it. But like, no, like this is why. I tell them why. But if you should also have an alternative move. Like, if this doesn't work out, okay, I have this. It's okay. We'll just do this instead. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to make it like a hard time, you know?
Yeah. You're putting on a show. You're not having the death match.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And as a fan, as cool as that shit is, I don't want to see nobody get hurt. So I'm not watching a match going, you know what would have been good here if she would have did a German suplex right there at that moment.
Right.
You know, I don't think fans are that, you know,
it's not, and it's not worth it.
We want to continue seeing you guys just like wrestle in the next match and the next show. We don't want to see a career fucking die. We don't want to go ahead and ever live a moment where like a legend like Ric Flair would love to die in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
We don't want to go through that. That was, listen, as a diehard wrestling fan here, watching Ric Flair go through his DK last match, right? And I'm putting in quotations out there because this man is crazy. And I'm like, let's run that one more time. No, sir. Sit your ass down. But I digress. We don't ever want to see that with any wrestler, especially with the ones that we love. Even if we boo them, because they show you guys all put on a show, and we appreciate you putting your body night in, night out, event after event, consistently doing this on top of that, because it's something that you love to do. And it's like you give it your all until it's going to be until the point where you're like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah, and not for nothing, you're pretty much living all of the fans' dreams, because who wouldn't want to be a professional wrestler? For some form or another, you know, we can't or we don't, you know, but you're in there, and it's you know, we're watching you put on a show, but also you're living a different version of our lives. You know what I'm saying? And to see you get hurt, it's one of those things like fuck it. It really impacts us also, because it's like, you know,
it hits us
someone that I want to be, I look up to, because I wanted to do this at one point and I didn't, but you're doing it and now you're hurt. It's like fuck, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. So if anybody has a problem with not, you know, with you not wanting to take a German, you let us know and we'll go fuck them up.
No, it's fine. Yeah, because they already know what's up.
We will be more than happy to sit behind them and be the loudest people, because we are the loudest people there.
It's just like at that point, they just want to be a mark for themselves.
Yeah,
pretty
much.
It's all right.
But I'm serious though.
We'll be
You just
marched
pointed at them. We'll fuck them up.
ourselves in a different form and way, and they won't know what to do. Like, oh shit, Janaya sent them. Fuck. Nope.
Word.
We'll just chant with them. That's right. You chant. And then
Word.
that's what we do. That's it. This is the energy we bring. We love it.
Yeah.
And the fact that you really, again, put your body on the line all the time, we appreciate you. And the art that you just lay out on that wrestling mat is just dope.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's really special when we have, professional wrestler on the show and all that. So it means a lot to us.
I know, dude. Of course.
I mean,
I love talking about wrestling, especially like with you guys, like those that get it,
Yeah.
and support, and like I've seen you guys at the shows, and it's just like it's good energy. So.
Mm-hmm. And now that I know how to chant for you, which is just don't say shit and just make noise. I got
and blame the ref.
Yeah.
Always blame the ref if the ref is not going her way.
If you hear someone saying, "Come on, ref," that's me.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm always fucking with the ref.
I'm gonna cheer the same way. Bite her fucking legs, and I'm gonna say it.
Except for Nick Shin. I'm sorry. I'm biased with Nick Shin. I love me some Nick Shin. Y'all cannot. No,
he told me to go fuck myself once. He told me to go fuck myself once. Me and Nick Shin got a problem. Him and Jared Diaz in cahoots.
Unbelievable. Leave him alone. Shout out to him for getting his ROH fucking Tiger stripes. Sir, we appreciate you. Go do your thing.
Janai, how long did it take you to heal from your neck injury?
So I had to be in a brace for it's like a month or so.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, like when I was able to take the brace off, it was kind of like for like the next 6 months, I was just taking it very easy, like not even lifting because it was still weak. And so it's about around that amount of time where like the scar was getting healed up, and then the pandemic was like happening during that time. So it wasn't like, oh, I can just jump back into wrestling. I didn't want to anyways. I was like, let me take more time, especially during this time where like everyone's basically not able to wrestle. Like,
the world was on pause.
Yeah, shut down.
Not for nothing. If it happened at any time. I hate to say it, but God bless. At least it happened at the time when the world came to a pause.
Yeah, because there's people that are like concerned with, oh, people are going to forget about me if I'm injured for a long time or whatever. That was like something that was like kind of going through my head, but I was also like, oh, it'll be fine. Like I'm just going to keep quiet, keep to myself, focus on myself, and then it'll be fine, whatever. But they told me that I heal pretty quick because of how young I am. Because if it happened if I was older, it would have been a lot harder to recover. But yeah, I did get back into the ring later, like early, was it 2021? Okay, so it wasn't too. I was still very cautious.
Yeah.
Like I was doing more tag matches too, so it wasn't like I was just in there for like 15 minutes just doing a bunch of things. But
wait a minute. Speaking of, to really come to think of it, my first match that I've ever sponsored, because listen, I bought toe into independent wrestling. I just got independent wrestling myself. I am in my late 30s, and I am grateful for it. And even being introduced late into this, my first match that I ended up sponsoring with Battle Club Pro was indeed your match with you and Jordan versus Willow Nightingale. All right.
Yeah.
With Valentine. And I realized, and mind you, I didn't know shit. I didn't know shit about independent wrestling. But I remember you. You, and I remember Willow because I saw you girls on AEW Dark.
Oh, yep.
And I was honestly like, at AEW Dark, we see what it is. They push their top stars, whatever. We know the deal. But I saw you, and you stood out to me. I saw Willow. She stood out to me. And it was my first sponsor, my cherry was Pops. All right. We say that late first and foremost. I'm just gonna put it out there, okay? But I definitely told Joe this. I was like, Joe, you got my cherry. Not that many people can say that nowadays, but this is why I love Joe and I love Janelle and I love Red and I love Battle Club. I will always be biased to Battle Club Pro because they are my first. All right, and I fucking love them and the show that they put on. But my first match was definitely with you and Jordan versus Willow and Miss Valentine. I love it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like,
and it was, and not for nothing, I don't care what anybody says. I might be biased, but I think it was match of the fucking night because you girls tore it down for WC fucking W2.
Oh my gosh. So that match was really like, a lot of fun. And we even had to improvise the end, which I am so proud of ourselves for doing. Like we finessed the finish for that match by like switching roles basically. Like basically what I was doing at the end was supposed to be Jordan, not me, like me doing the whole comeback and everything. Like
right.
I remembered what Willow's comeback was just off of just like calling it and hearing it. But it happened totally the other way around. I had to take Willow's comeback and everything, but I was there for it because I remember. But it was just so funny how that all got finessed. Like I was so proud of us.
I loved it. And yes, you girls fucking turned the house out. And
working on the fly.
It's coming full circle with you and everything like that. I fucking this. Yes. This is fucking wrestling, motherfuckers. God damn, this is wrestling. Yes.
And just so that way you don't have to ever question it again, no one can forget you. You're unforgettable, especially in that ring. You're completely unique from every other person that's in there, and so you don't have to worry about people forgetting you if you take a break or anything like that. Trust me.
No, at that point, I mean, when I look back at it, it was definitely a time where I needed to, again, like just gather everything that I have going on and just like look over and how can I just improve on certain things. Like that was definitely a time because during that time, that's when I wanted to rush everything and I was just thinking too much about getting signed and stuff like that. It was just like so much for me. And I honestly believe that I wasn't ready to even be thinking like that whatsoever. So I'm glad it kind of happened the way.
No, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
So you had the fever. Like my pops would have, when my pops was teaching me how to drive, he's like, you got the fever of driving. So I'm not going to let you drive until that calms down because that's when you do stupid stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Was there any moment in your recovery where you was like, you know what, maybe I should be done with wrestling?
No, not at all. Because I mean, so I will say what the opportunity was. It was to get signed to WWE, and they told me that I couldn't get signed, and it was because of the type of surgery that I got. They said because I went in as an extra, and I fill out all the paperwork. They have this doctor documents that you literally have to go to your primary doctor and have him fill it out. And they saw the note about my neck, so they asked immediately like the details about it. And I sent them the details about the surgery, and they're like, nah, like you are disqualified from anything physical. Like you can't even get signed. You can't be a referee, like nothing. So I found this out when I was there as an extra. By one of the referees, they told me, and then the doctor came over to me, the WWE doctor, and told me like the same thing. And that's kind of when I was like, all right, so what? I asked the referee, I'm like, so what do you recommend for me to do at this point? Because this was one of my goals. Like, what do you think I should do? And then he told me like, there's of course other opportunities out there. Like AEW just started happening during that time, so he mentioned that even like, hey, there's AEW, they might be a little bit more flexible with it, but there's like other opportunities too, to like that you can do. So I was like, all right, it's fine. But like that's kind of like the part where I was like, damn. So like just like me picturing myself walking out like in a WWE venue or something, like that's not gonna happen,
So wait, they disqualified you forever, or just because it happened so recently?
So that's one thing I need to figure out, because I remember the paperwork saying if it happened like the last 2 years, if you had anything happen, then you're disqualified. And I just know a bunch of people who wrestle on WWE that have a lot of other conditions and surgeries and stuff that are kind of just as bad as mine that are wrestling. So that's kind of why I'm like, all right. Yeah. And so I think it was just like one of those things where like they don't really know me, so they just told me that or whatever. But like, yeah, they literally said disqualified from anything physical. And that's when like they even included the referee thing, because I guess like some referees take ref bumps, whatever. But what they said I could do when I was there as an extra was just be in the background of like scenes or whatever. So that's what I did that night. But yeah, if they were to like ask me again about it, I don't know if they like have anything record wise about me, but like if the scar is very visible, that's one thing. Like I always get asked about it. So if they were to see it, they'll definitely ask about it and all of that. But I even heard during this like seminar, I think it was Gabe Sapolsky, he mentioned the whole neck thing. Like WWE doesn't want to bring in people who already had neck issues or concussions, which is understandable because they don't like, we're at that point, we're a liability. Like they're not trying to deal with all of that. Like, so it's whatever. And like I can see that they're bringing in fresh people, like athletes who have like no serious injuries or any history of that too, which I get it. They want to have fresh people in there to basically destroy. I don't know. They don't want someone already like,
established.
But that's that. Yeah, like yeah.
In all honesty, no, it really is. It's just like they don't want anybody that's really established because they want to and build a mold themselves.
Yeah. And I don't know about those athletes that they're bringing in, like if they had any concussions or whatever, but they probably don't, or they probably had like one. But I mean, that's all. That's how they see things. That's how they want to do business. That's fine. And I kind of learned just based off of that. That's how they want to do things. And that's kind of how I just had to move on. And then I realized my other goal was Japan and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, let me go to Japan. Let me like this time I really focus on going there more and more and make a name there. AEW is just like a thing for me where it's like, if that happens, it happens. I'm not so targeted towards that. So that's basically where I'm at right now too. It's just keep traveling, making a name in other countries and stuff like that, especially Japan.
I mean, Japan's just life. Just like a different vibe out there.
Yeah.
And their style, we're all known to like strong style of Japan.
Yeah.
So when you fight these different competitors, do you feel that? Is it like not to say it's a legit, because we know it's a legit thing, but when you go out there and you fought, and does it feel like, holy shit, I'm hurting? This hurt. Wait a minute, what just happened to me?
No, so for TJPW, they take care of you a lot. Like the girls are very safe and they get it. Like one of the girls I wrestled, she was champion. And she's so solid. Like I really hope that she comes over here, like kind of like how Miyu and Maki Ito came over here. Like I really hope that happens for her, because she is just amazing in the ring, and she like took care of me as well. When I mentioned my neck, it was never an issue over there too. Like they get it. And so when like you also, like if you're gonna go hard with somebody, you kind of have to feel how hard they go as well, and then like that would be the vibe. So you kind of get that as well. And like the way we were going, it was like hard, but it was safe, but it was a good feeling. Like we knew that we were just like hitting everything solid, and that's like the type of match I like having. So that's like how it was. I only had 2 matches over there, and so but I know for a fact that if it ever happens again to go back over there, if I keep wrestling Japanese talent, like I know like it's gonna be like exactly how I always want to have matches,
Yeah, for
No,
sure. I love that.
But
like it's just have a different style, and that particular style is like, oh, I like this a little bit more. We just
Yeah.
and not for
Because
nothing.
I knew that I would
Yeah.
like. I had the idea like when I was like looking into what my goals are, and I'll go back to like my one of my first few months of training. My trainer, who's Santana Garrett, she like had like all women's classes, and she asked all of us like, hey, what are your goals? And at that time I didn't know until like later that night. Like I texted her and I was like, hey, I think I know what my goal is. I want to go to Japan. And she was like, oh, that's gonna be perfect for you, because like the style is like so close to like how my style is over there. And so I was like, okay, cool, like, okay, this is gonna be my thing. And like I always kept that in the back of my mind, like, okay, like this is where I want to wrestle, so I have to see how I'm going to transform my style to kind of like fit that style over there, but still be myself in a way. Like that's what really I was like kind of focused on. I wasn't so focused on like just getting signed. A lot of people in that class said, oh, I want to get signed, I want to get signed, I want to get signed. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I feel like there's something else out there for me.
And I can tell by the way that you speak about it that you really loved being over there. I can see it in your face, just
There's a
lights up when
passion
you
about
mentioned
it.
that. Yeah, and it just goes to like maybe the WWE wasn't the place you need to be at that time, and
Exactly.
now you're in Japan, and look at that. We get to see the smile from the demon because you beat up a girl in Japan. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's just always been stuck on my mind, man. Like, if anything, like if opportunities were to come up to where like someone wants to sign me, like it's all good. But again, I'm not gonna go back to just being like so like heavily focused on wanting to get signed at AEW or whatever. They're taking a lot of people right now. That's great. But I'm still over here like trying to focus on what I want to do, you know? I'm not gonna sit over here being like, oh, this person got on an ROH show, this person got this opportunity on Rampage or whatever. I did all the little things like Dark and stuff like that. I saw how the experience was backstage. I saw like how it is to be at AEW. Cool, noted. All right, I'm gonna go back to just like focusing on whatever I need to focus on. And I'm thankful I had that opportunity too to like note take, you know?
Yeah.
And really solidify what I want to do at the moment.
No, but that's inspiring because you're sitting there you're betting on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Instead of for the easier thing is to get signed and now you don't have to worry about nothing. You got all this, but you're traveling the world by yourself. You go on these promotions. You're proving to everybody else who you are, and you're growing and you're finding more stuff about yourself. That's inspirational, and to sit here and be like, yo, I don't need that right now. That shows a lot about you, because you know how people like if you give somebody money and they go, I don't need it, I'm gonna find a way. It's like, all right, those are the people that they really believe in it. Like you believe in yourself, and that's
it's that gut feeling. Like you're
yeah,
like nah. Like I gotta
There's more stuff I gotta do before I get to
exactly.
Absolutely. And it's always good to listen to your gut. That way you know, because odds are, like, if you would have gone, nah. It was just been unhappy. Like, nah.
Yeah.
This ain't it.
I probably would have been cut. Like, if I went to the WWE. Like, they probably would have did budget cuts on me. Like, something.
The budget cuts.
Right?
The budget. A $1 billion company. The budget. Just not.
I'll tell you one thing, though. There would have been
gotta pay off, but the budget is not there, man.
There would have been an episode of this podcast of us complaining why they cut you. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yo,
I'll tell you that. Yeah, we got a question from the chat now. Leo, he's one of our other co-hosts. He just had a kid, so he's doing his daddy thing. We call him Lay, but he wants to know do you have any quote or saying that you live by?
I honestly don't. To be honest, like I really don't. just like everything I basically explained, like when it comes to like the mentality of things, and like that's just how I think every day, to be honest. I don't really have like a set quote, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just basically keeping positive, knowing that there's a lot more ahead of you, and not to be so set back on other things that didn't happen, like, and know that you have other talents and other things that you're good at, you know. Just know that, and this is not like the only thing that's like set for you. There's definitely going to be other things in your path, in your journey.
Seriously, hold on, I gotta give you a round of applause for that.
Thank you.
I got a question for Ms. Janai.
Yeah.
I heard you saying that you are excited. You're finally doing shows because you're excited about stuff that's gonna go on throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know what some of these things are.
Well, she said that she couldn't say some
Can't
of them.
really talk about
Yeah.
it.
She's trying to keep it a surprise.
So she's excited by herself, man.
There's a process that goes along with this. I'll give you that hint.
Yeah. You should be excited about her excitement, okay? That should be enough. That should be enough for.
This will be happening very, very soon. It's not like it's going to be happening in November or something, so you don't have to wait that long.
Ooh.
It's just a process.
You're worth the wait. Take your time.
Take your time, nigga. Wait, nigga. Let me ask you.
Okay, good.
Go ahead, Tom.
Well, I was gonna say if it wasn't wrestling when you was younger, would you have stuck with martial arts, like mixed martial arts, UFC, or?
I would have probably, because the other goal that I had was to do stunt work, like martial arts, movies, like be in the background and do all that. That was like another thing that I had in mind, because some of the instructors at my school were doing that already. That were older, they were doing extra work and doing fighting scenes and stuff like that. So that was just something I had in mind. But hey, like wrestling's kind of the same. So I was kind of like happy with that too. But that was definitely something else that I always had in mind. I did, like I mentioned earlier, that I was in fashion school. So that was like another interest of mine, was fashion, like fashion marketing. But then like I kind of got tired of that industry. It wasn't really like for me. But I did take note on like certain things that I can just like take along and bring into like wrestling and stuff like that, of course.
Okay.
So yeah, if anything, it would have probably just been stunt work.
Okay. Any tips for people that have no idea what the fuck they're doing, but they're trying to do it anyway?
Huh.
When it comes to like stuff like that, like the fashion marketing,
So the whole fashion thing, I felt like it was a weird time, because that was college, and that was like I kind of had it in mind to do wrestling, but it was way far back in like the back of my mind, because at that point I didn't really see it happening for some reason. But when it comes to like doing something, maybe like, and you're not too sure about it, like you're not, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. It's okay to have that feeling.
Yeah.
It's definitely okay to be like, oh, I don't know about this. It's gonna happen a lot of times in your life. We're all gonna go through phases, even like it doesn't matter how old you are, just being like, I don't know about this. I kind of want to do this now. That's okay. It's okay to feel that way. It's not like you're quitting.
Bored or anything like that, but some new things end up piquing your interest, and you're like, you know what? I want to kind of dab into that.
Yeah,
exactly. Let me see what I can manifest from this.
Yeah, it's gonna keep bugging you too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's gonna keep bugging you when you don't do it. So when you start it, and it just kind of piques your interest, and you just want to grow more into your own. And it's like a different toll, and it creates a different skill for you at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, 100% it does. because like you'll when I was in fashion, like I said, I took little bits of things that I learned and I brought it into wrestling, like the marketing part, 100%. Like now I know how to market. Now I know kind of how to use social media. I kind of use like a little bit of like how I do my gear, like what will look good on me, rather than like just like randomly throwing on things, like wearing the general gear. Like I kind of like was like, oh, I want to have like a skirt, shorts. I don't want just the shorts and the tights and wear boots. Like I kind of like that's kind of like how I think too. But yeah, like I definitely took a lot of notes from there, because that's how I see it too. Like if I'm leaving something, I will think about what I actually learned and then take that with me.
Okay. So that like I want to say quarter of a kick pad that you wear, because it's like it just covers like your foot.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from? Is that something that you thought about yourself, or you?
I just started doing that like last summer, because I like for a while I wasn't wearing any padding on my foot. No, I was trying to wear kick pads, but I don't know why it bothered me. It was just like uncomfortable. It was like a distraction.
Yeah,
I think that's like a MMA thing, because like when you're like sparring or whatever, a lot of people don't like to wear kick pads or whatever because it's just a distraction. It's gonna make you like bend down and fix it. That's like why I don't wear it, because that's like my mentality of like, oh, I don't want to wear it because I'm thinking too much about, oh, what if it like gets undone or like rips, or like I don't want to like, you know.
You don't want to think about a wardrobe malfunction in the middle of kicking somebody's head in, or the chest. Man, child.
Or sometimes a kick pad will like turn sideways and you gotta fix it back. Like I don't want to do it. Like that's just like a mental thing for me, like for martial arts. But the little foot pad thing, I remember seeing that a while ago for Taekwondo. And I was like, damn, I wonder where I can get that, because that's actually pretty different. Because like I do just wear the ankle supporters, and so many people are so used to seeing me wear those. But what if I like add this on it, like? And then they actually like pay attention and look closer. They're like, oh, there's padding on there. Hold on a second. That is different. Like that type of thing. Like Miyu, she wears like the shoes with the toes. Like if you really pay attention. Like I like little details like that.
Yeah.
With your matches, I pay attention to shit like that, because your matches is like, if she's kicking, homegirl or homeboy, they're kicking too. Hold up. What they're wearing on their feet, what they're wearing on their calves, because it's like your main movesets. Overall, their kicks. Your kicks are the ones that I was like, holy shit. I peeped that, and when you said that, I was like, yep, I noticed that. I definitely noticed that.
Yeah, I found those on Amazon too.
What are they? What are they called? Taekwondo kick pads?
They're like foot guard.
Oh, okay. When I first noticed you wear it, I was like, yo, not for nothing. That suits you better than a kick pad.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just suits you better than a kick pad.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I can't do a kick pad, man. I need to do something else. Because, it kind of gets like, it started when I broke my my big toe. That's when I was like, I mean, it does have padding over the toes. Could kind of, keep me from breaking it again, I guess, because the way that I kicked.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just liked like how different it was. Yeah, and there's different colors too. So I'm thinking of like if I get different colored gear, I'll match it. That'll be very different. Hyan, who I mentioned earlier, she gave me the idea of just having like the covers on it with like a design, and I thought that was like the cutest idea. Like I need to do something like that for sure. But
that is dope. Yeah.
You know what? Y'all can stay tuned, because she's gonna have an Amazon wish list. Y'all can buy it for her. Support the cause.
Follow, I do have one.
Like,
yes, I do
share,
have one.
subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Don't just be a watcher, because that's just weird. Just do that. Just do that. Support. Any which way. Let's go.
What colors were you thinking about? Because I know you wear black and you have the yellow. Would you explore different colors, or is that just your main colors?
So I did sell my yellow one, but I am I am thinking about getting another version made of it. That's what I definitely want to do because I love it so much. Like kind of like the Game of Death, Kill Bill inspiration. And then I still have my red top. I don't wear the red bottoms anymore, but I've been adding little things to my black gear. Like I added more fabric to it because I was looking at, this is another little detail thing that I pay attention to about myself. Like in my matches, like when I'm kicking, like the skirt flows, but I'm like, how can I make it look like it's flowing a little bit more when I kick, like more of a beautiful kick? So I add more fabric to the skirt so that when I do kick, it like makes that like, you know, that beautiful swoosh with the fabric.
Okay, you trying to be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon up in here?
Absolutely.
One of my favorite movies.
Nice.
But yeah, like that's like kind of like what I'm trying to go for now.
Okay,
it's like adding more fabric to the bottoms, but I'm thinking like colors wise, maybe like so Masha Slamovich, she gave me this idea where I still keep the silhouette of like how I did the yellow gear with the crop top long sleeve, which I have the black and gold one too, like that. Just different textures, like different fabrics. Still the same silhouette. So that's just gonna be me now. Like when people see that gear, that's Janai Kai. Like I'm not gonna switch it up too much. Like yes, I might have a short sleeve top here and there, but like that's gonna be the look.
Okay. That's dope. It's I'm pretty sure everybody goes through that, detail of their gear because you have to present yourself in a certain way. But I just picture you're trying to make your wrestling look beautiful with the gear, like because Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Shang-Chi, they have the fight scenes are like works of art.
Yes.
So
oh my gosh,
you're throwing a kick now and people are like mesmerized by just how the sequence of everything flows. You bringing an aspect to wrestling that don't come by wrestling because wrestling's like gritty and ugly, and you see that it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yo, so the next time we see Janaya fight, we need to go ahead and get a slow-mo video of her taking somebody's head off.
I just bought
That's
that
what
new
I
lens.
wanna, That's my goal right there. Like just like that beautiful like art fight scene type.
Yeah.
Yep. And have that playing in the background. Yep. I love it.
Shit. That'd be fire.
But just see me randomly flying throughout the venue.
Yes. Yes. All of it.
You just up on one of the lights. And like, what the hell is
how did she get up there?
She's flapping the fabric. Oh, we got Batman and Janai Kai.
Goals.
See, shit. That's what wrestling is evolving to. That's what we need.
Yeah. All art. It's a play. We're watching a play. We're watching a fight scene.
I'm gonna have to wear a wig so that way I could go in there looking all artsy shit too. So when you look into the crowd and you see the one guy with the fluorescent hair and it flows when he cheers, it's me, and I got that from you. So there you go. He's like, wait, that hair is beautiful. That gotta be Toes.
Well, just like one ponytail. That's all.
Yeah.
Just the one all the way in the back on top of that, just have it flowing in the air.
Yes, that's beautiful.
With the frosted tips and shit, right?
Why not? Go all balls out. That's it. That's what we're doing.
Bring me back to my boy band stage,
Yo.
Yeah, I might be too young for the boy band.
And I'm thinking about a boy band song just playing for you, just specifically for you. Just, I want it that way.
Tell me why. For the young kids out there, that's Backstreet Boys, okay?
Yeah. Just in case. Yeah,
I recently saw on TikTok like the Backstreet Boys on TRL. It was like a throwback video. It was just so like interesting to watch because like now that style is coming back, like the 90s style is coming back. And it's like we're watching that. It's like what? Like,
so I was on TRL and I
you were
requested live of NSYNC Bye 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 when it reached number 1, and I tell you, as a fangirl as I was of TRL, because I lived in that era, I was part of that with Carson Daly. He always has a significant place in my heart.
oh my gosh.
I was
so
on TRL
awesome.
and I recorded myself, and I was like, "You bitches, I was on TRL" to all my friends, and I will forever have lived that moment until the end of my high school senior year. That was great.
That's so cool. I remember like wanting to have some, like when I watched it, it was kind of like you wanted to be there, like you want to be like at some point. I remember when it was still like a thing like TRL, like where you look up and you see the window where they film it. I remember like walking by that. I was younger, but like I remember walking by, and then my mom would tell me like, "Oh, look, it's the TRL up there," and I just look up and I see it. It was so cool.
I was definitely part of the outside crowd that they just randomly had in Times Square because I never went to the studio. Me and my friends, it was the most funniest thing. I remember this. Oh my god, I'm so fucking old. I remember this when me and my friends were doing my Sweet 16. My mom decided to get the dresses in Avenue, and all like the wholesale dresses are there, and like quinceañeras and the Sweet 16 dresses, and we're trying to find spots and bargains for dresses. This is the Latina life that I end up living when I got to this age. And then I remember my mom was like, "You need to go to the spot where we got the dress so you can go for your fitting, blah blah blah." All right, but what time? This time, but. So I went, I tried the dress on. I was with a couple of my homegirls, and I was like, "Yo, it's mad early. Fuck it, we're not going home. Let's go to fucking Times Square." Because the fucking Fashion Avenue was like in like 33rd Street, 34th Street, 35th Street, like in between all these shits. And we walked over there having fun. I was like, "Oh shit, there goes TRL. Let's just go randomly in the front. Fuck everybody else. We don't fucking care." And we're just like, "Who wants to go ahead and request NSYNC? I want to do it." Some girl was like, "What do you have to say? Bye, bye, bye. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1. The girl was like, not good enough. You. I was like, "I love NSYNC. Bye, bye, bye. Number 1 because Justin is hot. And I will never say bye, bye, bye to Justin Timberlake. You're on." Yes. Give me. "Hi, I'm Giselle from Brooklyn. Yeah, I requested NSYNC number 1, bye, 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 because Justin is fine and he's all mine. Yeah."
Yo, do you have this somewhere?
That was my TRL moment.
You probably could.
You can probably
find that on YouTube.
Yeah,
probably.
Honestly. People are pulling.
I know. You know what's the most funniest thing? I know I have that on VHS because I have a shit ton of VHS tapes that my mama gave me not too long ago. She's like, "This is yours. Do what you want to do with it." The fuck you give it? Do what you want to do with it. But then do what you want. All right, fuck it. I guess I'm just taking it home. Just in my closet. Yes, ma'am. Heard you. Yes, ma'am. So I definitely have it somewhere, one of those cassette tapes, but I don't have a VHS. I may be from that era. I just don't have things from that era. I'm just saying.
It didn't
Except for my
survive.
Nintendo. That is dear to my heart, and that will with me. Will forever stay with me. Fuck that.
It didn't survive the purge.
No, it did not. It did not. And some games survived too. So.
I wasn't allowed to go out, so I don't have any cool stories like that.
Oh no.
my adventures were don't pass the end of the block. All right.
Oh. Listen, I wasn't riding bike. I just
5
went.
houses wide. It's just whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm riding my bike.
I had a similar rule to that too. Like I can only go up to like where my friend's house was though. It wasn't at the end of the street. It was kind of further out. Like I'm surprised that like my parents let me walk that far, but yeah. And it was also the street light rule too.
Yep.
Because I had a cell phone, but like there was times where it didn't work because of like the bill or whatever. So like it's like I had one, but I didn't have one sometimes. But like, I would just like walk by myself. Yeah, like I would just walk by myself around that neighborhood and just come back. Like okay, 7 o'clock, back home. Like there was no other way to get in contact with me.
Yeah. No. Shit, literally, our next door neighbor was like, "How come you don't let so Vincent and Victor go out anywhere?" And my mom literally was like, "Because my brother didn't make friends, and I started fights with everybody apparently." And the one time we was able to go to the park, the guy elbows me in the eye, and we start fighting. So,
oh my god.
So I guess she knew us apparently. So that's why I wasn't able to go out much. Why I'm crazy today.
No, yeah. When there's like, if there was fights happening in a neighborhood, you would clearly hear it.
Yeah,
I remember clearly hearing and seeing because there was like also like the group of friends or whatever, like just like crowding together in the neighborhood, and then you do see like some people that are in the house like step out and they're just like they're like yelling at them. They're not trying to separate. They're just yelling at them. But I was like, dude, where are we right now?
Or
there's people like pulling up with their bikes to see like these fights, like out of nowhere. They're coming from another neighborhood. It's crazy.
That was a shit. Yo, they fighting over there. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. There's not much to do but chill out and smoke and drink. So there's fighting. Let's go. Let's do that. Yeah. MMA wasn't illegal, but street fights was always free.
Always. Yeah. It's like, oh shit. Oh, whoop, whoop. Nope. Gotta go.
Word.
It was that and the fights at the mall. That was another thing because like the high school I went to was across the street from the mall. And like you knew like people were gonna go to the mall right after something was gonna happen.
So that was your playground pretty much.
Yeah, and the security knew for a fact that something was gonna happen just because like if you see 20 kids together in the mall like causing a ruckus already, you already know something's gonna happen. So I would see them like just stick around us.
Yeah,
like they were expecting something. It's it's all sketchy as it is with like 20 kids together. Like I don't see that too often nowadays, but like when I do see like a bunch of kids in a group, it kind of like takes me back.
Oh yeah.
Gives you kind of
everybody nowadays is like
feel like, oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
This seems vaguely familiar.
Hanging out at the mall with only $20 in my pocket for like food and a t-shirt maybe, but
the days when $20 got you food and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That was like $40 or $50 that gets you food and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I went to Taco Bell yesterday and I spent $20 on fucking food and I was like, I wanted to walk away, but I said, you know what, your dumb ass fucking ordered this shit, so now you got to pay for it. So I punished myself by paying $20 for Taco Bell. Didn't taste good.
Did you cry while you were eating? Did you cry slightly, like, bitch?
I was gonna, but then I would have had to smack myself because why are you crying? I don't know. How you know why you're crying? I can't look stupid out here.
I mean, you know what? We're just gonna move forward.
Yes.
Wait, let me move forward to wrestling. Hold up. What is your favorite type of stipulation match? Like, not even to be in, but just to watch. Like, one of your favorite stipulation matches.
Let me think. I kind of like, for some reason, like I Quit matches.
I thought you were gonna say casket matches.
No. Like, I quit matches because they always have like some sort of story leading up to it, and you really believe the match. Because like nowadays, I see a lot of stipulation matches are just happening randomly, and I don't know why. And it's like, what really led up to this? Like, why don't I feel any passion watching this right now? And I kind of miss that. I really miss that, where like the stipulation matches had a reason, you know? And so like I quit matches, I feel like I don't see them too often, but anymore. But like back then, like when I did, it was like I really believed the story because of what led to it, you know?
Yeah. They don't pull that out for no reason.
Exactly.
Now it's like, this is my first night on Raw, and I want you in a cage match. She's like, what?
It's like, where did they even come from?
Yeah,
like why?
Like, what is your name, sir?
Make it make sense.
Yeah, you know, like what's going on here? A little hostile.
Yeah, it's literally your debut tonight. Like,
you know, say hi to the fans.
Let them know who you are, because they don't know who you are.
You know,
it's like, you know, I've been here for a minute, right? Yeah, What are you doing? What are you doing?
Is this your one and only professional match? And I get it. Yeah, but shit, man.
You signed some sort of like contract for only like here for like 2 weeks. So like, what are we doing?
I get 10 promos in one match, and I'm gonna make the best out of it.
For real, I feel like that happens way too much. I feel like a lot of people got that contract right now.
Word. Because every time that you see somebody come in, I'm like, what happened to this dude? Like, where'd he go? Is he hurt? I don't know. He comes back repackaged.
Where did he go?
Like, why does he have long hair now? He was bald yesterday.
Where did that mustache come from?
Yeah, like what are you doing, sir? Like, please explain this to me.
I is confused. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused.
Lily got the worst of it because she's a doll and they didn't know what to do with her.
Yo, how you put a whole fucking doll in her?
Yeah, the doll got fucked up and it don't do nothing. Like, it literally is just a doll, and you fucked that up. Like, shit.
But the doll was written by my creative. Don't blame the doll.
It had magical powers. It possessed her, and now it's the coping mechanism. Like, how does this work?
That was a weird situation for me.
Yeah,
it was like that, and then who was it? Bray Wyatt, like the Fiend thing. Like, I don't know.
You're the Kick Demon. Why wouldn't you be part of the Fiend's Kick Demon's character?
I honestly do not see myself being any part of that.
Like, thank you.
It was too much of a cinema.
You know, but
I agree.
Too much of.
Not for nothing. I saw a video, and I was looking so hard for it. You had the hoodie on, and you was doing that I don't give a shit walk, and you pulled your hand out, and it said "Raw" on the hand. I wanted to use that on the video I made for you, and I couldn't find it.
That was emo fight.
Yeah, and I was like, that's the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen. It's like, she just saw something, fuck you, Raw.
Yeah, that's dude, emo fight. So I had an emo phase in middle school. And emo fight, like GCW has emo fight where you basically, you know, throw back like the emo days. And a lot of people were doing some of the emo parts right in these shows. They were putting the eyeliner on, they were putting their hair in their face. But like when they like walked out or just like anything, it was very like rock or punk. It wasn't emo. I was like, this is not the emo I remembered. Like, the emo I remember is like, you are depressed.
Yeah.
You said raw, like you wrote raw your hand and took that MySpace picture like on an angle like this. Like, like that's how I remembered emo. So that's what I
You just
did
see the leading
for
eye.
this. Yeah. And that's how they actually used a throwback picture of mine like that for the flyer. Like I was legit taking pictures like that. And so like that's how I basically did the show. I was like, I'm gonna act like the emo I remembered. And so many people loved it because it was like it felt so real. And I knew I was throwing it back for so many of like the millennials, like everyone that was like around like my age. Like I knew like they felt it, like they knew everything I was doing, it was legit emo. So that's where that came from.
They were buying into it.
Yo, and that shit was awesome too. I was like, yo, this shit is fucking dope. Like, when is she gonna do this in battle? Wait a minute. Where do we go for this one?
This is definitely more of like an emo fight, emo demon thing, like only for emo fight.
Nah, I hate because you're in the corner, like, yo, wake me up when you're finished.
Yeah, just dozing off, depressed, singing song lyrics about depression.
Have you and Effie go at it for different things?
What happened?
I was like, if we can have you and Effie.
Oh, Effie.
Just have Effie be his, like, no.
Dude, I would love to work with Effie sometime. I haven't.
Watching him in DCW in the ring is just such a pleasure. I mean, yeah. I saw you because we were there for Eye for an Eye, and I was like, oh shit, hey, like completely like didn't even know that you were there. And I was like, oh shit. Mm-hmm. Watching him live, like this was my first time watching him live, and it was such a pleasure. It really was. Now granted, I am biased because of main event. I do love me some Ringleader Midas and some Blazing J Lion. All right. Mm-hmm. Effie was just a pleasure to watch with oh my god, what's her name? And it was with the 8. Allie. Thank you. I was like, I'm terrible with names.
Their tag name is Bussy.
Team Bussy. I fucking love that. Let's go, Team Bussy.
And what's great about Effie and Allie together, like they're being them out there.
Yeah.
They're not trying to be what they are. Like that's literally them. Oh, some people ask me that. They're like, so when they're like in the ring like that, like is that how they actually are? I'm like, yeah, that's them. That's how they are, like backstage and everything. Like they're literally having fun, just being themselves.
Yeah. And like my friend Bosch, he goes to these GCW events. He talks to Effie, he talks to Allie, and he's like, yo, every time I see them, this is exactly how they are. And then my friend Bosch and April, they're like my 2 closest like best friends I've been having for more than 10 years and shit. I told them, you are responsible to take me to my first GCW event, not only in New York, but also in Jersey. If you don't take me to one in Jersey and take me to my death match, you are not my friend. We're going to take you this summer. Word. Let's go. But so we went to the one in Jersey. Amazing. We had like the alley seats, which was bonkers.
Oh.
So I literally just looked behind me. There goes Bandito. There goes Masha. Oh shit. Yeah. I don't know who this guy is, but there goes that guy. I just like it. This is all amazing to me. And it's the most funny thing because Toes always say, if somebody falls on your lap, you are allowed to take them home as a souvenir.
That's the rules, right? If you land on my lap, I get to take you home. As you know, the rest is right.
I wouldn't be surprised if like everybody laid on your lap in that show, because that show is just nuts all the time.
Within maybe the first 10 minutes, somebody landed on our laps. I was like, yep,
I'm not even shocked.
Worth it. Because we had front rows. Well, my friend had front row seats and we had second row seats, but second row seats is good as front row seats because at a GCW event anyway. And somebody gets thrown to you. If you're somewhere in the first, second, or even possibly third row, somebody is going to fall on you.
Yes.
And I love it. I'm here for all of it. I'm just here now for all of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's pretty much prepared for that. And that's why, like, also, like, with the entrances, like, everybody's at the entrance.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's walking out. Everyone's at the entrance. You rarely see, like, anyone in their seat during these matches, too. So they're prepared. They know.
Absolutely. And such a fun event overall. Do we see you going to GCW? Just have even a fun singles match?
I had a couple actually for GCW.
Okay.
The first one was against Billy Starks, and it was like the opening. It was like a show in Chicago. I think it was Art of War. It was like the War Games style match that they had that night, and we were the opener. And that's when actually I started bleeding from my nose because Billy dove at me and like headbutted my nose, and I started bleeding. Like, this was like the beginning of the match. So that was a very memorable GCW debut. And then the other time was, so there was 2 other times. One other time was recent. It was in January, and that was me and Yoya versus Billy and Brogan. And we were the first match for 2023 because that was for the New Year's Eve show. So after like the 3, 2, 1, whatever, then we came out and did our match. So that one, and then I did a show in Toronto. It was me, Yoya, and Tony Deppen, and against 3 other guys that were they were like Canada wrestlers because we were in Toronto, but like we were against them in a match, and that's when I did my my kicks, but to like all 3 of them when they were like sitting down. Yeah. So that was that show, that GCW show in Toronto, that I did that. But I always enjoy. I forgot one other match. I also did this one was a fun match. It was me, Billy, Sawyer against it was Maki, Rina Yamashita, and Venny. That was another one this year that happened. So I did 4 times. 4 times GCW. It's always fun doing the show, man. Like, you already know, like you said, like the
vibe is just so different.
It is, yeah.
Oh man. And again, that was my first GCW event. I definitely remember seeing some faces and everything like that. But just to go there and be part of that, of any and every. And even if the wrestling crowd may not make so much noise, I will make sure. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to make some fucking noise. I'm at a wrestling show. God damn it. I'm here to make noise. We're here to do this. We're not here to be quiet like, yay.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that. That's my pet peeve.
There's certain, so I'm learning how certain regions and states and all that are when it comes to wrestling. Like, the fans wise, like, I know for a fact, like, Jersey is going to be there for you. Like, they're going to be cheering. I know that. If they're not, then there's something wrong. You're at the wrong Jersey show. Because usually Jersey fans are, like, on it. But that Texas fans, I know they're smart. They know what's going on. But they're not going to be loud like that the whole time. They're definitely going to be the ones like looking into what you're actually doing, and not really say much. Like, they'll react here and there, but it's kind of like
analyzing everything in a way.
Yeah, they're definitely doing that. And then Canada is great. Like, the fans, like, I was shocked when I went over there because they literally been telling me that they've been like following my career. Like, they already knew about me, like before I was even announced. But the fans are always like on fire there, and I love that crowd all the time. I'm always looking forward to going like to Toronto, or I went to Ottawa. There's one promotion called C4. Their fans are kind of like GCW fans, like very loyal. So that's another one. Japan, you already know Japan is like, yay, like very quiet. they'll clap for like a headlock takeover. Like that's just how they are. Like they don't need to see a bunch of flips. They just appreciate whatever you're doing, basically.
Right. Like, they appreciate more like submission holds and again that strong style that they see when it comes to like certain hits and everything like that. They're not a dumb crowd, but they also appreciate the art that is pro wrestling.
Yes.
I like that. My kick bucket. One of my things on my kick bucket is basically going to a wrestling match in the Tokyo Dome.
Ooh.
That's it. That's what it. I don't care if it's like even an hour. I don't care if it's like nice 30 experience. Minutes. If I can say I watched the match in the Tokyo, I'm good.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna be one of Janai Kai's matches because you know that's got to be coming up soon.
Dude,
with you
I was already
at
Korakuen Hall, and that's like if anything where Tokyo Dome is at. But like to be at the main arena, that would be amazing.
And that thing is huge too, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
But just to like always see like, for instance, Wrestle Kingdom a lot more when they started hosting it at the Tokyo Dome, and you kind of got to see a real inside of it. You know, it gives you a different perspective of like, holy shit, fuck WrestleMania. I mean, WrestleMania is cool, but this is the Tokyo Dome. This is the Madison Square Garden overseas.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yep. And it's
that's
like
the best way I can put it. This is the Madison Square Garden overseas. If you made it to Madison Square Garden, you made it to the Tokyo Dome, you fucking just made
WrestleMania. Yeah, it's like a whole different vibe for sure. And I like seeing like when I saw TJPW wrestle there recently for the Muto show, that was amazing for me to see. That was like, I was kind of actually bummed because that happened like the day after I went back home from Japan. I was like, damn, I just missed that. I wish I could have just been there just to watch, but just to see like the TJPW girls go down that long ramp and everything, that was special to me because like those girls like now are kind of like my little sisters now. Like they're just amazing. And like to see them have that moment was awesome. And then when they came over to LA too, it's the same thing. Like I just love seeing like anything like that happen, or just even any of like the Japanese promotions coming together, because you don't really see that, or you kind of think like, oh, they're competitors, or they're very strict about, you know, their wrestlers going to other companies and stuff like that. But when you do see it happen, it's very, very special, and you don't really like hear about it too much. But yeah, like there's certain companies, like even here, like, you know, WWE and AEW are never gonna like, I mean, never say never, but like you just don't see it like at all. But like when they do it over there, it's like kind of like a respect thing.
Yeah,
like they will work together in a very professional manner. They'll still keep their differences and the separation there, but like when you see it happen, like how it happened in the Muto show with like, you see Noah there with New Japan, that's like, you don't really think too much about that happening, but it's really cool to see it happen when it does.
That's dope. I've been to Jersey before, so that's my world traveling. So that's why I asked you about the traveling earlier, because I don't really. People, it's like, you got to go travel. I was like, by myself. What? Yeah. What am I gonna do?
I don't mind that. When I do travel, you know, I don't think too much about. I think we were kind of talking about this earlier, like just thinking too much about wrestling like plans and not thinking so much about personal plans. So when I do travel for wrestling, I try to take advantage of those moments where I have that downtime when there's no wrestling going on. So if I am going to Jersey, or if I am like driving anywhere, I want to like see like all these thrift stores. I want to see like these cafes. Like that's always something that I want to visit, is like a cafe in the city or like thrift stores. Like I want to go thrifting in the city. And that's like usually like how I make sure that I'm enjoying the traveling part too. Just really taking it in and seeing things when I can.
Okay, what do you look for in a thrift store?
So it really depends on what I absolutely need. Like lately, I've been trying to find more like pants. So I've been trying to find like the 90s style pants. I've been finding a lot of those at thrift stores, and they're like really nice too. It's not like raggedy or anything. It's like still kind of fresh, but those 90s style type cargo pants. If I do find, or if I want to find shirts, it has to look very new. It has to be like I found this at a thrift store in LA. Okay. And it kind of has like the finish of the fabric looks worn out, but it's not. It was just because it's like actually made to look that way. But
the style,
yeah, it really, yeah, the style of this shirt, it looks very vintage. Like I like things like that. It also depends on what city you're in. Like if you're in LA, you're gonna, oh my god, it was dangerous. If you're in LA, you're gonna find so many nice things. Like I felt like I definitely overpacked by the time I was leaving. Like it was just, my luggage was stuffed because the thrift stores over there are gold. But if you go over to like somewhere random, like in North Carolina, you're not gonna find anything good. It really depends what city you're in. So that's kind of how I base it off too. Like, okay, what city am I in? I don't think I'm gonna find anything, but we can try. New Jersey, I find things here and there, the thrift stores. Boston is a good spot for thrift stores. New York also, they have good thrift stores. Toronto was a good spot for thrifting. So yeah.
What has been like your favorite item that you found from a thrift store?
So I got these pants that I posted a picture with Masha because we were like matching at the Battle Club show. And I posted it on Twitter, but it's her like really cool pants. Let me see if I still have a picture. It's kind of like that 90s style pants, just like redone a little bit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I found the picture. It was like when me and Masha were like matching.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the days, they made stuff to last because they knew that this is the only pants you're getting for 10 years.
That's what it seemed like, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I remember back in the day where the academic jeans were $100, and I was like, get the fuck out of here! I ain't paying $100 for jeans. Now it's like the Kmart jeans are $100. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So you had to be worth the money back in the day. So. Yeah, they were built to last.
Yeah, that's what it definitely feels like. I can tell.
Yeah, like the TVs, those the projector TVs, the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't throw it out when we moved, my brother in his room had the first ever TV the family owned. Like my grandfather bought it, and it was the first color TV and all that other stuff, and it had a better picture than the brand new TV we just bought. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't throw it out, it would still be working. Like those things,
yeah, 100%.
Because they knew it's like, yo, you're not going to be able to afford this shit that often. So we got to make this able to last 20, 30 years because there's no way that you're going to spend another $200 at the time for a TV.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. $200 back in those days was like 3 months worth of checks.
Oh, yeah.
Now $200-300 is lunch.
Facts.
The struggle, man. The struggle.
Word. And I'm not even that old, and they got me talking like, "Get off my lawn, you sons of bitches."
Right, though.
Oh,
shit. They ruined us.
You just want peace, and you just want peace. You just want peace.
Yeah.
You serve the peace. Go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing?
I want to understand why TikTok and YouTube hate me. That's all I want to know. Yo, I swear to God, and I put that video up, and I got like a few hundred views early on YouTube, and then I check it on TikTok, and there's like 3. I'm like, how, Sway? like, do the people not watch? Like, are you like? I want to fight TikTok sometimes.
I like TikTok here and there. Like sometimes it's on point with the algorithm. It's on point to what like I'm into.
Yeah.
Like Twitter, they try to do the whole like For You thing now. They have the For You page and they have your following page, which TikTok always had, but Twitter is not on point with that.
No,
they're not
at all. TikTok is. So that's kind of why I kind of just scroll on TikTok a lot more than Twitter nowadays, because Twitter is just not relatable. I can't find any interest in it anymore.
There's not. There really isn't.
I don't know.
I go on there just for like WWE events, AEW events, just in case I need like little videos, GIFs, something like that to kind of repost and use it, whatever the case may be. But that's about it. Like, there's nothing else that adds value to it. Now, so maybe you shouldn't be taking your shirt off, and maybe that's why you don't have that many.
Popular demand.
No, you're not.
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
you
You're
know what? I'm taking my fucking shirt off right now.
No,
I'm taking it off now.
Stop, Kenny, please come back on the podcast. I don't know where you're at, but please come back.
There's no rules. Put your shirt back on. There's one rule,
sir. Please don't.
Okay. So,
wait, how am I the one that is drinking? Yep, you're the one that's always like fucking trying to take off your clothes or like show. Like y'all need to stop. Like I smoke on here, I drink on here, but y'all the ones that get the effect. I'm just trying to like sail this shit. Like,
see, people always ask me like, how come you don't smoke or drink? Because I got enough problems when I'm sober. Imagine me if I was drunk right now. It's been over.
Nah. Let's just smoke you out so you can just
I'm
chill.
calm right now. I'm drinking.
That way we can get you to not ask people John Cena or Hulk Hogan.
No, that was y'all fault. Okay?
No,
that's
you asked the question. Nobody's fault. No holding.
That was your fault. I apologize again for these people, Janai. So since you got a PhD in marketing, from what we understand, 2 questions. One, do you think that if I made fun of those dances that all these people do on TikTok, that it would help me get views on the TikTok?
There's some people that do that on TikTok. Actually, they'll act like other people on TikTok. It's very popular, so you'll probably get a lot of views for sure.
All right, so I'll try it.
Oh yeah, you should try it. See what happens.
All right, cool. And 2, any critiques from the video I made for you to promote this show?
Kick higher.
I'm gonna have to send a whole email about it.
Okay, listen, I can't throw a kick.
She said she's gonna make bullet points for you.
Listen, I can throw a kick. I did that on purpose. Okay, I channeled my Chris Farley ninja shit in there. All right, I did that for the comedy purposes. All right, I didn't want to scare Janai Kai like, oh shit, this thing is real.
I see that inspiration.
Yeah, you know. Like, trust me, I can do the chamber and all that other shit. I'm a fucking Kanfu master. I don't fuck around. All right. But I will be expecting those bullet points because, like I said, if we're lucky enough to have you back, if I didn't fuck it up, which I hope I didn't, because I think we tricked you into staying for 3 hours. You planned on 15 minutes and you stayed for 3 hours.
Nah. No, yeah, definitely. When I come back, I would love it to be a time where all the things happen that are coming up this year.
Yes. So, yo, you are more than welcome whenever you want. We run a show Monday through Friday, and you can be on whenever you want. Like I said to you last time we saw a person, if it's 1 o'clock in the morning, you're like, you know what? I want to come on the Nukkle. I'll wake up and we'll fucking do it. I don't give a shit. I got days. I can call out of fucking work. All right? They owe me that. You know,
the minimum they can do is that they owe you that. I fucking love.
Right?
No, but you are absolutely awesome so much for your time. We fucking appreciate you. The fact that you stood this whole time with us, we really fucking appreciate you. We appreciate everything that you do in the ring, putting your body in the glory via your matches, excuse me. But yo, you are awesome, and thank you so much for spending time with us, just talking anything and everything about wrestling.
Of course, thank you guys.
And just in case you haven't known, you have officially joined the Knuckleheads. You will forever be in the family. I meant it when you say just point at somebody and we'll fuck them up. Even if you didn't mean it. Like if hey, you're the guy, we'll beat the shit out of them. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Word.
Yes. And
we're here for that.
Yes. But yeah, it was a pleasure having you on. And
thank you.
I would keep you on all night, but you got stuff to do. You're important people. And I
got a day tomorrow.
Yeah, word.
Baseball game and everything tomorrow.
Word. And enjoy that.
Yeah. Anything you want to go ahead and plug in? Your social, any matches, or maybe not that we know of. We're not going to put that out there. But anything that people can go ahead and find you on.
Yeah, you want to curse somebody out?
Word.
The floor is yours.
I have a couple people in mind to curse out, maybe kick, but I'm not going to talk about it on here. That could be another podcast.
All right, cool.
Okay, so on Twitter and Instagram, Janai_Kai. And then I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/JanaiKai. And for exclusive content, I'm on Patreon, patreon.com/JanaiKai.
There you go.
Yeah, and as far as matches, I have a few of them for the month. CCW in New Jersey against Renee Michelle for the Ladies Night Out Championship. I have me versus Masha at Fight Life in Connecticut. I have me versus Miyu Yamashita 2 at North Carolina for Ladies Night Out. So that's what's coming up.
Nice.
Yeah.
You travel a lot. Like, that made me tired. You said North Carolina, Connecticut, Jersey. I'm like, shit, I got to go to Brooklyn? Damn.
But yo, Brooklyn's far too. Like, no cap. Brooklyn's very far.
Because the Bronx is another country. I don't know if anybody ever told you that.
Oh yeah, I've been there. My mom actually grew up in the Bronx too.
Okay, what part? If you don't mind me asking.
She always tells me the street. I just forget.
Oh, if it's a street, that's a.
It's definitely like what she was in Washington Heights.
Okay.
I don't know too much about the area, but I'll have to ask her what the street was again. But she went to George Washington High School as well. So I don't know if that kind of like gives you guys any idea.
Uptown.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Uptown.
Okay.
No, but all right. So yeah, we gotta cut it off because, like I said, we'll just be caught up, and the next thing, like, yo, it's 2:00 in the morning. Just
all good.
Yeah, but on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out, and we appreciate Janai Kai the Kick Demon joining us. Peace, everybody.
Absolutely.